Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome this week's episode of Talks with TVBOO. Welcome this week's episode of the podcast. Hope you're all having a great week, and I appreciate y'all being here, man. We got incredible guests for y'all today. Before I introduce this guest, I just got to tell y'all about some upcoming shows I got. June the 28th, I will be in Virginia Beach, Virginia. July the 10th, I'll be in Denver, Colorado. July the 25th, I'll be in Artemis, Pennsylvania. And July the 26th, I'll be in Asheville, North Carolina. You can get your tickets for all those shows at taboomusic.com. Can't wait to be on the road and play with you guys. A lot of new music, all fun stuff, dude. I'm excited to get out there. But my guests this week are some people I've been trying to get on this podcast, I think for the last 4 years. And finally got them. They were doing a double header here in Denver, Colorado. They were doing a headline show at Mission Ballroom and Red Rocks for Wobble Rocks 4, I believe. Man, you know, these guys don't really need much of an introduction. You already know who you clicked on today. But I just wanted to go ahead and say that I really appreciate them being here today, taking time out of their busy weekend to sit down with me and have a fun, open, and honest conversation. And I really like these guys. I'll let it get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ganja White Knight. Fellas, we're doing it again.
Hey.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thank you for being here. I don't know if y'all have read y'all's glasses.
If what?
If you read your glasses, they're provocative wine glasses.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
Erwin says I swallow. What's your say?
One put out.
I put out.
I put out. Oh, no, one. I put out. Okay.
Hell yeah. Try to get a little closer to the mic whenever. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll stay
It's
here.
all good. No, you can just move it with you, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But man, I really appreciate y'all being here, man. I know it's a fucking busy weekend for y'all.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, we found some time. The team is programming at the Airbnb, so we got some time for them to make some progress, and then we'll go back and review together and probably stay up late with them tonight again.
Yeah. What is that process like for you guys to where you have these two? I mean, y'all do a lot of just curated events. And the fact that y'all are doing 2 here in Denver in massive rooms, Red Rocks, and then Mission. What's that process like with your team? Because you guys don't just get up there and play. There's way more than that for what y'all do.
Yeah, there's a lot of prep. We just ended a tour, so it's since we just ended the tour, we're on a roll with the team, so it's kind of not easy, but everybody got, they know what to do. We're not like forming a new team or anything. We just ended a 3 months tour and created events. I mean, that's the 4th edition of Wobble Rocks, so we know what to do. Been
here, done it.
Huh?
Been there, done that.
Yeah. And but again, like every edition, try to make it like different, better, more special, and all that, and like work more on the sets, make like everything more tied up and like super ready, prepared,
Polished and professional.
Exactly.
Yeah. Before we get too deep, I want to know, what's the relationship like between you guys? Because I love
want to know?
I do. I love talking to duos, man. And one of the things I love dissecting about it is just their relationship together. Because a lot of duos, not all of them, but most of them, I feel like start as just like 2 friends who make some music together, play a show together, and they're like, all right, fuck it, we're doing it like this. What is y'all's relationship like?
Not different as that. Yeah, I mean, it all started like that. We became friends. We're from the same little town in Belgium. So actually, we were in the same school even before even being friends together. We were in the same school. And after school, we connected on the train that was going to a drum and bass party in Brussels.
Doing a lot of all-nighter drum and bass parties at that time.
Yeah. And we met. I don't know if we even spoke together in the train, but we were going to see Pendulum.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like it was I was 18, you were like 19, 20, something like that.
How many years ago was this?
Oh, he's gonna know my age now.
It's a kind of way of me asking.
1965.
He just turned 40. I'm 38.
Dude, y'all look good as fuck.
Yeah,
Erwin looks better though. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Man, you kind of looking like shit, dog.
I like wine too much.
But it was that long ago, and shit. How many years? I want to know like how long this relationship between y'all has been going on.
Since the moment where we met in that train going to that party, and so funny enough, we connected more because we arrived at the Pendulum party and it was completely sold out. We didn't have any tickets or anything, and we ended up finding another drum and bass party in a boat in Brussels, and we on the way from that sold out party to the other one. That's how we connected. I remember us running in the streets of Brussels, one ear pod on each, like it was a wired ear pod, one ear pod on each ears, running in the street, listening to drum and bass, going to the other party. And that's how we connected. I think since then, we never really, we stayed in touch closely.
Nice.
And starting making music was after that.
Lots of similar music taste. We were listening to the same stuff. Get very inspired by the same bands.
Being in a duo is kind of like a band, right? You know, my experience with it is I used to play in a lot of bands, and like me and my old band members, we used to like straight up get into fist fights, dog. Like we used to get at it, dude.
We never went. We never fist that fight. No. We started just the two of us. He had a band with another guy, and then we were three at some point. Then he left. Then we had another side project with a French rapper, singer in Belgium. So, but we never been more than three people in a band. Yeah.
Well, now I'm sure it's not just y'all two. It's, you know, especially with like, what is it, Ebo? Ebo is just a massive part of what you guys do.
Of course, yeah.
And when y'all are writing music, are y'all like sending him like the whips? Like, I just started this drum beat, imagine it, or is it you guys? It's like, yeah, I'm imagining like this fucking balloon looking feller running through a forest that just did PCP. You know what I mean? Like, is it like that, or is it Ebo who's just like he just comes up with the story?
No. So sometimes I start writing a tune, and I already see, like, I have some ideas of the story happening because the tune like evokes, like I see, oh, okay, that's a tune for this character, and like it's a fight like music, or it's really orchestral, dramatic. I want something sad to happen, and we already built so much of the story that we didn't show yet. So it's kind of easy when I start a tune. I say, oh, okay, this is this moment right now happening, and sometimes I send him the whip of that tune and say, this is what's going to happen, and I keep working on it while he start working on the storyboard. And it's really fun when we do it that way, because then it really connects and merge together, and the progression of the story like influence the completion of the track, you know, and same, like it goes both ways. But it doesn't always goes like that. For the first music video, for example, Wobble Master, I just bring him the idea and say, I want a big fat guy that have superpowers, and everything he touched start to wobble, and that's the concept, and like, let's work on this. And then couple tried after that, came up with that shape, and Mr. Wobble shape. He's like that because it's easy to animate, you know, and no face.
Yeah.
It's like, it was to gain time and some save time in animation. And I came up with, I mean, Wobble Master doesn't have too deep of a story. It was the first one. But after that, you know, we started talking a lot about what could happen, and been able to place pieces of the puzzle here and there. But we go a lot back and forth in the timeline a lot, because for that reason, because the music, I cannot like command when I'm going to be able to make the fight music, for example. We know there's going to be a fight, it's going to happen. Whenever I make the music that makes it happen, it happened. Yeah, Mr. Wobble right there.
Oh yeah, you just said I want a fat guy with superpowers.
And that's like, if you look at Wobble Master, the first music video, the shape and the definition of the character evolves so much. Like, if you look at the cover, the album, Mr. Wobble, you see like the shape of the character is like so different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it evolved a lot.
He's getting a little more ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was much fatter.
He's losing some weight. It's all these fights he's been in, dude. Yeah, hell, that'll do it. Erwin, how you fit in on this? Are you just like, he's got to be more ripped? Is that where you come in? You're like, dude, he's got to look better, man.
Well, actually, I was working with Ebo on some stuff in the music videos when I learned 3D during COVID. I helped him on some stuff, and that's where I was like a little part in the music videos.
You got to know Erwin is a quick learner on a lot of different things. That's why he's super freaking useful to any sort of project or a company or whatever you call it. It's like, oh, we need something made in 3D. Like, we need a book to open in 3D and put stuff in there. He's going to figure out a way to do that quick.
Hell yeah.
And same with like Easy Your Mind, for example, the music video with Grizz. We needed a car in 3D. Ebo's doesn't do 3D. He figured out a way to make a car in 3D.
I was learning at the same time. My Blender project was a full garage with different models, and I was like sticking pieces together to get that car.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. Was it the first music video where you guys had the idea of like, hey, maybe this is what our live shows are going to become? Or is it like, because y'all shows aren't just like I said earlier, you can't just get up there and play anymore. You guys have a whole story, and just like one of the reasons people love a Ganja show so much, the visuals and the storyline are a massive part of it. Like, at what point were you like, oh, this is the show now?
Well, I remember when we started playing in the US, we were struggling to have any sort of visual that would look good, and I'm sure a lot of artists would relate. It's really hard to have visual identity when you play shows. It takes a lot of time and money to build a library that is big enough to have something cool to look at that connects really well with the music you're playing.
Another thing is it's hard to like find that trust in somebody too.
Oh,
where I'm going to trust you to do this.
That
like
build with time. You don't know what's going to happen with time. And now we've been working with Ebo for 10 years, even a little bit more than 10 years now. And technically, he did the first cover artwork of our first album in 2008.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah, I've been working with him for quite a while. And
I'm sorry I interjected. I might have got you distracted or got you off topic. That question I asked was like, at what point where you're like, this is the show, and you're talking about how it was hard whenever y'all got into the U.S. to find any visual identity.
I mean, having a music video, we had no clue that at some point we'll have enough to cover a whole set, to have just visual animated with the same style. I mean, it cost a lot of money, to have the first music video. We empty everything we had on our bank account to make it happen. It was just a big bet. And, it paid off, of course. But even just the time it takes to create animation that way, it's so long. It's 24 images a second. It's not like 3D and then you move it and here you go, you record it. It's like we have a team of people we hired now in Belgium that are like drawing frames by frames. And they work hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hate that I didn't offer it earlier. We'll get some weed here. I don't know if you guys get high, but
Top Shelf.
Yeah.
They send us some care package.
yeah, shout out Top Shelf. I don't know if you guys get high. I'd figure y'all do.
Not right now.
Yeah, dude. You got a busy schedule. But I figured I'd offer to be a good guest.
Thank you.
I can't do it,
Appreciate
dude. I'll be
that.
fucking freaking out. But
Oh man, it's like the name comes from us just smoking weed all night together. That's where the name comes from. But at this point, if we were still smoking at that rhythm, would be not where we are. Of course not. Not as productive. For sure not. There's no way.
yeah. Before we dive more into Ganja, I want to know about you guys. What do y'all like to fucking do out of this? I know Ganja takes up a lot of fucking time, and it's your job, it's your hobby, it's your passion, it's your baby.
Mm-hmm.
What's y'all's personal lives like, dude? Y'all married, got kids? Like, y'all got any fun hobbies, man? Tell me about you.
Ooh, it's getting personal.
Yeah, dude. I want to get to know you, man.
I got 2 kids. I I had one in Belgium before moving in the US in 2019. I got another one in 2022. So I got 2 kids. Just got a dog last weekend.
Oh, dude, I'm one bad day away from getting a fucking dog. I'm one bad day away from getting a dog, dude. I look at videos every morning. I'm like, quit it. My algorithm's getting me.
I always wanted a dog, but my wife was saying, hell no. You're not going to take care of the dog because you're going to be away way too much. And the little one is a handful to take care of. Is 3 years old, but really intense. And 2 weeks ago, she's like, I fell in love with that dog.
Yeah.
And she showed me that. I was like, let's go. Let's go. It's a baby German Shepherd. She's
Oh, nice.
4 months old. She's so cute. She's really cool. And so, yeah, my life pretty much at home is, like you said, I would love to tell you I got like crazy hobbies and shit like that. But every time I'm not in the studio making music, I spend it with my kids or outside gardening, and that's it. Yeah.
I know your kid from 2019 is still young. Have you brought your kid to a show yet? Like, this is what daddy does.
Well, every time there's a live stream or something like that, he goes crazy, and he sees that. I don't know if you really realize what it is in real, because he always only saw it on TV. He never came to a show yet. No, he's the older one is 8. The other one is 3, definitely too young. One day for sure.
In LA or close by.
Yeah. I mean, it's always so late, and I'm not really the kind of guy that would like keep my kids up late.
Yeah.
Really,
Responsible.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad is Ganja White Knight. That's irresponsible enough.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He didn't even realize his dad's a rock star.
I don't know.
You don't know, dude. I'll tell you. What about you, Erwin? What's life like you outside of Ganja for you, brother?
I don't have kids. I go on trails with my girlfriend, and like
You said you go on trains?
trails.
Trails.
Like I do a lot of one wheel stuff,
trains.
So I just
Goes on trains from
I'm
A
like-
to B.
I'm starting to pick it up. He's really fast at picking things up. He loves trains, dude. Are you autistic? Like,
I have like train models.
no, so I'm sorry to interrupt. I just had to make you laugh there. But yeah, you said trails and one wheel stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of stuff I was like when I was during COVID. I was not like being by myself, and I just wanted to go outside and see, like, be in nature. And then I think I got my first one wheel a year ago.
Kyle, can you pull up a picture of a one wheel? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I got you right here.
But you got your first one. Oh, that thing.
Killer thing.
Yeah, so I go on trail with that.
Oh, dude, is that how you pick? You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is that how you picked her up? You rolled up in a one wheel? Was like, what's up, baby?
She goes on his shoulders and let's go.
Hell yeah.
Dude, if that didn't work on a lady, I don't know what will, man.
That looks fun though.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
so fun.
This-
It's very addictive.
This probably gets is better with the ladies than DJ, and I'll tell you that.
Imagine you got both.
Oh, dude, killing it. Dude, what are you doing on that one wheel? Are you hitting ramps and shit, dude? Like,
No, not. It's like pretty heavy, so you cannot do like big jumps or stuff. But it
You
can
can
go
take
fast
ramps,
too.
no?
You take ramps. You're not like gonna do like skateboard.
It goes
tricks with
pretty
it.
fast.
yeah. Is it like are you an adrenaline junkie? You seem like kind of like
I'm not.
Like-
I'm not trying to go too fast. I'm using it just like to roll in nature and like be, like at the beach. I just go in there and cruise. I'm not trying to kill myself with it.
yeah.
'Cause if something happens, you fall. There's nothing to protect you for anything. You just go.
Yeah,
head
you're
first.
fucked.
And,
A lot of people break their hips with that
yeah,
shit.
you gotta be very conscious.
Erwin, you seem kind of like a reserved dude, kind of like laid back, quiet, and
How'd
and
you guess?
No. What's your wild side, dude? What's your fucking wild side, man? I feel like you might.
Comes after a couple shots of tequila.
Oh, dude, I got tequila, dude. I'll push that bitch out right now.
You're gonna start meeting Brian.
Oh yeah. So that's
Right here.
that's his drunk personality. We called him Brian.
Brian
Burrito.
He was born in 2019.
Burrito.
During the tour
In a
bus.
tour bus.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, a tour bus. That's where you find out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Your wild side. Well, how did the name Brian Burrito come around, dude? How fucking wild of a night was that?
We were traveling so much, and I lost access to my Facebook account, and I was like struggling to get my account back up because we had like group chats. I had to be part of all of this, and I I had to send videos of myself for the mod team to know it's me, and they could give me back my account, but they apparently did not recognize me. I don't think I have enough pictures of myself on there. So I had to make a new account, and I was like, well, this is Brian.
Yeah.
And then whatever, it just came at that moment. And then I think he's still in our group chats.
Yeah.
So Brian is your wild alter ego now.
Since then, it's became, like Brian is that person.
That's people, not so many people have seen Brian.
See, he won't tell me. Ben, I feel like you'll fucking tell me right now about Brian.
Brian is the funniest guy ever. Like, you would think like everyone is reserved and doesn't talk a lot. Brian will fuck you up.
It just removed the
It's like
filters.
the opposite personality of Erwin. Like, no filters anymore. Nothing.
Hell
But
yeah.
Some people that saw Brian are like, oh my gosh.
Brian would be front row at a WWE show, huh?
Oh, man. But the thing is, like, Brian is a one night thing. Like, 2 days after, Brian and Erwin are dead. For 2 days.
It takes me 2 or 3
He's
days
like
to recover.
dead.
Yeah.
like
The older,
After
the
a
older,
night like that.
the older I get, the longer it takes to recover.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some crazy fun nights with Brian.
I love that, dude. I just wanted, because everybody who's like quiet and like, kind of calm, you know they ain't at times.
There's something
There's
in there.
something in there. And usually when like me, I'm a pretty loud individual, right? And so when I get fucking wild, it's not that much different.
Oh,
But when
here
a
it is.
fucking quiet guy gets wild, dude, it's like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Drink that, dude.
That's
You ain't got it, dude. I'm not going to peer pressure you, man. Drink this. I pull out a gun.
I mean, I saw you had Kuz and Brock not too long ago, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, they've seen Brian
Fuck yeah, dude.
during the tour. They'll tell you about Brian next time.
I love that. I'll have to ask about it. Well, I appreciate y'all sharing those personal things with me, man. I'm sure people would appreciate hearing those things. I like learning about the folks, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But, so you guys coming from Belgium to the States, when did y'all realize it was time?
We probably should have moved earlier than 2019. I mean, I remember even in 2019, beginning of 2019, I was saying I'll never move to the US because I'm going to lose it here in the US.
What do you mean you're going to lose it?
I don't know. I'll lose my foundation, my grounding. I don't know. It's just, but I never really spend time here off of work either. So like the quiet time and just the production time in the US, I really didn't knew how it would go. I thought I would be just, I don't know, busy all the time and I would have no quiet time. And what pushed us into the US is actually I just had moved in Belgium from Brussels to a town south of Brussels. I just had moved to that big house there and it was a nightmare. I moved, my kids was 1 year and a half and we moved to that house. The landlord was crazy. And I just had started working on the studio and everything there. The plan was to live there for a long time. So I had invested a lot of energy into that house to make it like
A home.
a home,
Yeah.
and building the studio and all that. And it ended up being we went to court against the landlord and all that. It was super stressful. And we were at the point like we need to move out. And if we move to another house into that same region, it goes crazy like that again, I'm going to freaking burn out. And I'm not going to be able to write music for a while. It's dangerous to risk that. And so we just started thinking, I was like, crazy enough, what's the best place we know we're going to really enjoy to be? And that's reducing the amount of stress and risk that we won't like that new place. And we had spent 2 summers in California, in Los Angeles, and absolutely loved it. And we just raised the question, why don't we just go to LA? And it clicked in the brain. I was like, yes, of course we're gonna love LA. There's no way we will regret that.
And this is a conversation between the two of y'all.
To me, it was just making sense. I was like, I had nothing really to keep me where I was. and we were traveling constantly across the ocean.
He was more staying in the U.S. than me
Yeah.
because I mean I had to come back and see my kids, my family, and then sometimes he was just staying a little bit in the U.S. between. And so for him, it was pretty chill, easy decision to take.
Also, I'm half American, and I have family in North California and like Vermont and like in different places here.
Half American.
So yeah,
That's
from
wild.
my dad. So for me, it was very easy to come.
Yeah.
Come here.
It's in your blood, dude. You get here and you're like, you just start singing Free
I mean,
Bird. You
yeah.
can't help it.
I'm American on the paper, but I don't really feel very.
You don't feel it,
American.
dude. You need bought a gun since you moved here, dude. That might make you feel a little American.
At this point, you feel American. For
Now,
sure.
now more than ever for sure.
When we came here in the U.S. for the first time, none of us were speaking English. You
Oh,
even
shit.
if we had the American passport, like we were barely understanding any discussion anywhere, and it was like really odd.
Damn, how hard was it to learn a new language as an adult? Because it's easy for kids.
Oh yeah. How hard it was. Came out naturally.
We didn't start really from zero, but like learning. It was a long way to go, but like we could understand some.
Now, what language did they speak in Belgium, dude? I don't even know.
There's like 3 official language.
That's too much. They
Yeah.
should narrow it down to 1.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to split Belgium in half already just because of the language barrier. And it's already so small of a country, so.
Yeah, Kyle, can you pull up a picture of Belgium, like on a map? I ain't never seen it, or I don't know much about it other than you guys and Eptics from there.
Yeah, so Eptic's from the north.
Gotcha.
He doesn't speak French, so we speak English together.
Okay, nice. So y'all speak French? Hell yeah! I got a whole side of my family that's French.
Oh, yeah.
Like my stepdad came from France and moved to Louisiana, so I got like French Cajuns on my big side of my family.
So do you know a little bit of Creole French?
A little bit, yeah. And I lived down in New Orleans. I feel like I learned more when I was living in New Orleans than I did from even my family.
Yeah, that's Brock too. Sometimes he got some expressions like that. In
Brock
French
just makes
coming
shit
out.
up though. Brock will make up a saying that you ain't never heard before, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, "What was that?" And he'll just say it again, and it sounds cool, and it will sound pretty neat. I want to see it like on a map. Like, okay,
Yeah,
so
I had
it's,
the map up here.
got you.
So we're right in the center of Europe, pretty much between France and Netherlands and Germany.
I mean,
And-
how much of y'all's time were y'all spending in the States already, even before you moved here?
I mean, we came here once a year or twice a year, starting in 2013, and from 2016 to 2019, it became a lot. Like in 2017, when my kids got like born, I remember twice or 3 times a month I would do round trip between Brussels and somewhere in the US.
Yeah,
So the jet lag killed me for a couple years.
a good way to get some status on an airline, though. I'll tell you
we
that.
got that. Like, does it worse the living your like sacrificing a lot of life, because it's like you age quicker
Yes.
when you're jet lag all the time,
Yeah.
and there's no magic to jet lag.
No.
There's no way to do
Probably
it.
crystal meth. I'm sure like that. Probably, crystal meth would probably do it. Honestly.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, there's like the melatonin trick when you're flying. Is you take a pill of melatonin. It's supposed to make you tired, but yeah, at some point it doesn't work anymore.
They don't do shit on me, dude. I eat way too many a night. It's actually, we found out on this podcast, is actually unhealthy how much I take, but I can't sleep at nights. you know. But dude, what's the most American fucking thing you guys have done since you've been here, dude? Was it like a NASCAR rally? Like maybe like you blew like up, blew up
Basketball.
something?
Honestly, we still have. I mean, I'm not super interested in about like shooting guns or stuff like that. And I know a bunch of friends I have that comes from Belgium that are staying in the U.S. Sometimes they always go shooting guns and do the most American shit you can think about.
Yeah.
I've never been into that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna. Like, I never went to like a baseball game. I don't know. Yeah, we went to a baseball game, but I didn't fucking understood shit. So
I think you just got to hit the ball.
yeah. Well, I left I left the game thinking we won and we lost. that's how fucking bad it was.
Bro, you go to a football game, you're gonna be even more confused.
Football. I prefer football than baseball.
I'm talking about like
far.
American football, not like soccer.
Oh yeah, I know soccer.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
I just making sure because they call it football everywhere, but here, yeah.
No. But I love NBA, and I know you love basketball.
Mhm.
And I played basketball a little bit when I was younger. I follow the NBA, but yeah, we don't do like crazy, like NASCAR. Never been to a race or nothing like that.
Who you got for the finals, man? Who you got winning the chip?
OKC, I think.
I think they're gonna win it
they
too.
Deserve it, I think.
I don't know if they deserve it, but they definitely look like they're gonna get it.
They did a great season overall. I don't know. It's a young team.
I just get tired of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just like faking getting hit, because then I see videos of like kids in like high school games like faking fouls, and I'm like, that's not. This is supposed to be a contact sport still.
Yeah. I mean, it's the game evolved sometime in the wrong direction. They need to correct that at some point. I don't know. It's not new.
Yeah.
But they play that too much for sure.
They call him the free throw gremlin or something like that.
The free throw gremlin?
Can you look up the nickname the internet has given Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? It's like they call him like the free throw gremlin or some shit like that.
Oh, really?
I forget the name.
You
But
throw gremlins outside.
I don't even know what a gremlin is. I don't even, if I'm being honest.
The free throw merchant.
That's what it is. That's what it is. The internet called him that so much that even one of the commentators at a game called him the free throw merchant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Damn.
I thought it was pretty cool.
And who are you with?
Who am I with?
Yeah.
The Lord, baby. Amen. Always, at all times, everywhere. I think OKC's got it.
Yeah.
I'm a Pelicans fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, New Orleans Pelicans.
Poor guy.
I know, but I'm so sorry. I know it's tough being a New Orleans fan just all around, dude. What about you, Erwin? What's the most American thing you've done since you've been out here, man?
Eating at In-N-Out, maybe.
Pretty American, honestly.
I don't know. Dude.
Come on, don't
That's pretty
lie.
West Coast, though.
Don't lie. Tell the truth.
Come on, Brian. Tell me
What
the
is it?
truth.
What happened 2 days ago?
What is the worst?
2 days ago, we arrived pretty late and he was hungry. Ordered Taco
Oh,
Bell
yeah.
at 2 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Terrible
That's
idea.
American,
I
right?
do not recommend.
I highly recommend, dude. Taco Bell goes so hard. I might get it right after this podcast.
I mean, to be honest, it's also, we live in LA, and I don't think that's the most classic American way to live. Like,
Is
it's its own culture by itself,
You
kind
want a
of.
beer?
Is that improv very American? Comedy clubs?
Oh, it's the Denver Improv. It's the comedy club out here.
Oh, they have it in. Okay.
It's a great comedy club.
You
gotta
performed there?
I have before, yeah.
Nice.
To get drunk at 2 a.m. go to Waffle House to watch some fights. That's American.
That's
Oh,
American.
yeah.
It's the late night Waffle House. Have y'all done that yet?
Well, we I don't know if it was Waffle House, but
White Castle.
White Castle.
White Castle, that's
my
pretty
gosh.
American,
That's
yeah.
pretty American.
That's pretty American.
But never again.
That's also pretty American.
Dude, you
Once
gotta
is
go.
enough.
You gotta go to Waffle House, brother. Have y'all
We've been to Waffle House,
Okay,
but
it's-
not late at
dude,
night.
past
No.
past 2 a.m. It's just a magical place. Like it's like a magical place where you just meet the best and worst people ever made, and it makes for just a great dining experience.
Okay, dining really?
Yeah. Like
Like in a specific region or everywhere in the
I
U.S.
think it's anywhere. If I'm being honest, I think it's like across the states. Anywhere at a Waffle House past 2 a.m., it's a fucking nightmare.
Well,
But in the most fun way possible. I watched two cooks at a fucking Waffle House get in a fist fight and then get right back to work.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
they needed to let it out.
they need to let it out, but they also still need this paycheck, baby. So they
Yeah.
got to get back to work.
Interesting.
I watched a cook beat the shit out of a homeless guy. I brought Conrank there, and he's from the UK. He's like, "Mate, is it like this every time?" I'm like, "Dude,
It's
every
every
time, every time, dude.
Oh yeah, I know them. That's Paul, and that's
every time, dude."
he lives in front of my house. Yeah. No, we stopped at late at night at random diner, like during the tour bus. Tour bus stops. Like after a show, we're hitting the road. Everybody's hungry. We stop somewhere, and sometimes there's crazy stories there too. But I don't know if it was a Waffle House though. I don't remember.
Applebee's.
Applebee's. I don't
Applebee's
know.
goes hard too, dude.
Yeah.
Me and my ex, we used to do this thing called White Trash Date Night, where we'd just go to Waffle House, Applebee's, get drunk and fight, and that wasn't even part of the plan. It would just happen. But that was fun. Here, I'll take some more of that if you're passing it around, dude.
Of course.
If y'all want a cold beer, dude, I know y'all drinking wine.
Yeah.
I see him looking.
I keep wine for now.
I stopped the beer. I mean, I still having some social beer here and there, but yeah, just I prefer the wine. I felt too full after our beers.
Cheers, fellas. Yeah. What was the biggest? All right, I got to sip after. I hate it whenever people cheers and they don't sip. It's like the most rude thing. It's like, go ahead and shoot.
I agree.
Shoot my dog. It's like just as rude. I don't even have one, but it feels like it's just as disrespectful. But what was kind of the biggest cultural difference or shock, other than the language barrier, when y'all first moved out here?
To me, I think especially for LA, is the walkability of the city. Like everything is so much around cars.
Yeah, you
And
cannot walk to
we are
places.
not used to that in Belgium.
I don't know much if it's like a cultural thing or it's just
It's specifically LA.
geography.
It's big. The cities are so much bigger here than in Belgium.
But cultural differences, I mean, it's funny you say that because when we started coming in the US, we didn't realize as much difference. It's when we moved here, I think personally, it's when I moved here that I realized how people like gather. Like, I mean, I live in a special neighborhood, I would say, because it's really close by to all the neighbors, and it's a community. Really, everybody's so. I mean, I used to live in the third floor of an apartment in Brussels, and I never spoke with the person downstairs.
Oh man, there's something special about knowing your neighbors, though.
Oh man, I mean, that's what we figure and we learn when we moved to that house in LA. The next day, we were walking with the strollers and just learning where we were.
Yeah.
And some neighbors came by and I was like, "Oh, you got a little boy? Oh, that's so cool. Come tonight. We having a barbecue. We're gonna invite all the neighbors. You're gonna meet everyone."
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah, we came down. We came. We have the barbecue and now we made a lot of friends from that night, and we got introduced to other people in that little community, and it's so different than Belgium.
Or people just like mind their own business or something there.
I don't know if it's just because the capital and Brussels is just so crowded, so many people everywhere, or it's just maybe some specific neighborhood. It's probably different. But they were so welcoming, so warm, so nice. But
Here?
Again, here
Gotcha.
in LA, in that neighborhood. And but again, I know there's places where probably people don't talk to their neighbors much. But I got lucky, and to me that was a huge difference. Made us fell in love with LA.
Man, that's a big thing, because like I grew up in Mississippi and spent some time in Louisiana. And one thing I miss the most about those places is just like knowing and caring about your neighbor. Like everywhere I've ever lived, like my neighbors were my homies. We looked out for each other. If they needed a hand with something, I was there. They were there. I know this neighbor next to me, and he's actually dope. But like my last house I lived out at here in Denver, I didn't really know any of my neighbors, and I just missed that. So I know what you're talking about, because that shit's very important, and it just makes you feel a welcome, just protected. It's like just knowing that like, hey, we're all here for each other. We got each other's backs.
Oh man, during the fires, we ended up like having a WhatsApp group chat with like 40 neighbors. So everybody's added the neighbors they knew, and everybody's just keeping everybody aware on what's going on. If anybody had more info or, knew a little bit more, like some neighbors had drones, would fly drones. Okay, it's out there. Keep a look on it. And we still use that group chat now. 3 weeks ago, one of our neighbors lost her dog, just escaped from the in the backyard. Everybody started looking for it. It's it's dope to see that. It will never happen in Belgium, at least
Not with that attitude.
in all the right?
Yeah.
At least in all the neighborhood I lived in Belgium, that was really not even close to that.
I love that for you, man. I love that because, like I said, I just know what that's like, and I miss that. So I'm super happy for you on that.
Especially when you come from far, you know, feeling and we felt so welcome and accepted. You know, they even like our English wasn't perfect and all that. They were all so chill and cool about it.
Yeah. What about you? Anything else other than the driving?
No, just like to me, I know my neighbors here better than I knew my neighbors in Belgium for sure.
Are y'all close? Do y'all live close by?
10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Y'all have to be close, huh?
I mean, we see each other a lot. We travel a lot together. It's just easier. Yeah.
All right, let's do a little experiment here. I'm gonna start with you, Erwin, aka Brian Burrito.
Such a sick nickname.
That's actually a really sick
That's
nickname.
so dope.
I have a buddy named Todd, and when he gets drunk, we call him the Dangling Man because he just starts fucking shit up. But that's just another
The dangling.
the Dangling Man. That's what we call him because he just starts fucking things up. What is your favorite thing about your counterpart here? And then also, what's the most fucking annoying thing about him, dude? We're gonna have a fun experiment
Starting
here.
to create a fight.
Yeah, let's do it, dude. I'm here for the juicy shit.
I'm out of here.
It's actually the same thing, both.
They're both the same thing.
Yeah, it's like his absolute dedication to move forward and like to have that insane motivation. It's just like a great thing, and it's also like sometimes hard to follow, but it's a good thing, you know. It's like, yeah, Ben is a very, very motivated person.
I love that, and it makes you mad sometimes.
It's like I'm like a little more laid back, and and it's like
What? You're sleeping?
it's like,
Wake the fuck up. Let's go.
All right, Fred
but
Durst.
I think it's also why it works well too. I think.
All right,
Yeah,
Ben.
okay.
Same question for you, dude.
What's the question?
What is your favorite thing about Erwin, aka Brian Burrito? And then what's something that just annoys you, dude? That just annoys you.
He's the sweetest guy. It's really hard to get him mad about anything. And it's also what I hate about him too. Sometimes I want him to get mad about some stuff.
Yeah, dude, I want to see him mad too for some reason. I just met him and I want to see him mad.
Wake tequila.
I'm gonna just put it on the table.
But it's the thing, like
I'll leave it up here, dude.
He's so calm, and peaceful that sometimes it's a great thing, and sometimes I want to shake him up, because I'm the opposite. I'm not always like mad and shit, but I'm more explosive, and sometimes I'd like to feel some support in that energy, but I'm always alone, getting like, it's like, okay, so chill.
I'm very patient, and
Yeah.
sometimes.
And that's why it works, because an impatient guy would absolutely hate me. Yeah. Like the way he's able to support me, that's only one guy that can do that.
I love that, dude. I try to get you guys to dog on each other, and y'all just do nothing but praise each other.
Good fucking luck. Good luck, Jared.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I know some duos where I'm like holding them back from fighting, brother,
yeah?
and I love it. It makes for a good podcast.
We've never been close to
No, that's awesome, man. What are y'all's like daily roles with Ganja White Knight? Because y'all been doing this for a long time. I'm sure it's a little bit figured out of like, here's your job, here's my job. We'll collaborate on this stuff. What's like each individual roles of how y'all keep the ship running or afloat?
Well, depending on what part of the project, I think everyone's probably more hands to hands on the technicality of the live set, producing like videos for the label, because he works a lot for Subcarbon, and I'm more producing music and building the live sets. And then so I will make the music, I'll produce the music, I'll work with Ebo on the visual and the storyboards and the story, things like that. And when I have the live set ready, I'll pass it over to Erwan, and he will make everything work for the live set, because I work on Cubase. So I made the live set on Cubase with stems, and then it will translate the live set version of Cubase into Ableton, and then import the time codes for the lights, for the visuals, for all that stuff, and that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And that's just more time I'm able to make music.
Yeah. You're on Cubase, you fucking maniac, dude. Get on Ableton by now, dude. Come on.
I love it, man. I've been on Cubase since Cubase 3.
Dude, we finally got Martin Liquid Stranger on Ableton. He was on Cubase
yeah?
for the longest time, dude. We converted him, dude. We just bullied him enough.
I mean, it's like Mr. Bill's been trying. He tries every month to get me to switch to Ableton. But honestly, I love it. Freaking love it. It's hard for me to switch to something else when I don't feel limited. The only thing that would really, I don't know, even then, like, it's so much easier. I seem to share a project file with other people, but
Yeah.
I did a lot of collabs with other people, and it works fine with stems. So, I'm not gonna switch.
You haven't tried getting him over yet, have you?
Oh, I tried a little bit, but I understand that he has a specific way of organizing everything that works super well in Cubase, and it would be hard to translate into Ableton.
Especially
You have to rethink the way he organized stuff.
especially when you work on a like big length project, like building the live set. I think Cubase is more easy to organize in folders, and it's more made for big project like that maybe than Ableton. Maybe. I mean, we used Ableton back in the days, but we were using it in like the live version, like with the pads and like loops and shit.
Yeah.
Not in the arrangement.
They all do the same shit. It's just what you're more comfortable with. You just don't meet a lot of guys these days using Cubase.
I know. The only other guys I know that are using Cubase is Infected Mushroom.
Dude, Infected Mushroom goes so hard. Are they from Belgium?
Not from Israel.
Wow, that's cool. You mentioned something, and it was a talking point I wanted to bring up, and it completely left my mind, but you said it, and it reminded me. Subcarbon. Now, this label has been going on for, I don't know the exact years, I'm sure you could tell me, but man, I don't know if you guys even realize, or maybe y'all do, and I might just be gassing y'all up. I don't know. Dude, y'all have put on so many fucking artists that have just taken off. I'm talking about, what was it? Subtronics did some stuff, Boogie T, Durmonkey, Subdocta, Squanto, like all these people that like had such a really
Not
amazing
Squanto.
sound, huh?
We never released anything from
My bad.
Squanto, but-
My bad. But like, you know, all these people that have kind of similar vibes to what y'all have going on, and in a weird way, it kind of sparked just kind of like a subculture here in the States. I don't know what it's like globally. You guys could probably tell me more, but what has that been like from y'all's perspective of just watching these artists that y'all just put on and brought on tour, put on your label, just go out and just kill?
It's amazing. I mean, I don't know if like their success belonged to them, not to the label. We were just there at the right time for them, and we were a platform that maybe helped them a little bit by then. But I mean, their success is their own. It's not because of Subcarbon. Let's just say that straight up.
Yeah.
And Subcarbon exists since the first release of Ganja White Knight, just because.
What year was that?
2009.
Damn.
Quick.
You should see him come.
Yeah.
I think it was even before that. The first singles was like 2007, 2008.
2008, I think. But yeah, we couldn't find any label that were down to release our music. So we're like, well, fuck it. We'll just create our own label and drop our music ourselves. That was not like a choice. It was a default. Yeah, okay, that's the only way we're going to be able to drop music, and releasing it is like, let's create a label. And since then, every major release, every album, we used our own label to drop it. And it took some time to build up some trust and some, some legitimacy. How do you say? To make it like
Legitimacy.
yeah.
I might have said it wrong too, brother.
I have no clue.
Before this podcast, it was Preston. He was like, "You might need a translator." I was like, "For me or for them?"
Oh.
And he said both.
Both probably. But yeah, that's that's the story of Subcarbon. It exists because nobody else were interested about us. And after some point where Ganja White Knight started to have some momentum in the US, we're like, okay, well, it sounds like we could help other artists that make great music to have a platform and help them just benefit from the fans we accumulated over the years. And that's how we started releasing other artists, slowly but surely. And somehow Boogie T got a huge career. Subtronics got a huge career. Dirt Monkey, same. They all crush. And we're still doing it right now with the same mindset of just we don't give a shit about how famous you are or not. If we like your music, we'll put it out. It's not about numbers or anything.
Yeah, it's not money machine. It's just the
Oh no, we're not making money with Subcarbon or barely. It's really just we believe in. We have a responsibility, I think, at this point. Let's just turn it that way.
It's really going well. We receive a lot of submissions, and we have constantly stuff to release.
Yeah,
between the EPs, free download, it's constantly something.
Yeah. Did y'all know whenever y'all found like a Boogie T or a Subtronics? Did y'all know right then and there like that there's something special here? These you giggle.
Yeah, because I remember what I thought about Boogie T the first time I saw videos of Boogie T. I was like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I remember management reached out to me. Is like, okay, you're going on tour soon. What do you think about going on tour with this guy, with Boogie T? I was like, holy shit, I don't know, man. That guy seems wild. It's gonna go crazy. I don't know. He was doing like a lot of videos, like selfie videos in his studio, going crazy faces and shit. I was like, what the fuck is that guy? Like, I couldn't believe he was real. Like, I thought I was all acting shit for the gram or whatever. And then I met him. I was like, holy shit, no, he's really like that. And after we met for the first time, like, okay, that guy is actually the realest guy ever. Yeah, he's like, he got no like fake appearances for anybody. It's just the realest guy, and I fucking love him like my brother.
Oh, he's great. Kyle, can you pull up a picture? I want you to pull up two and have them side by side. I want you to have a Boogie T from like, 8 years ago to now? A pre-beard Boogie T?
Baby face Boogie T. Oh, he looked so young. I'm pretty sure today, if he shaved, it would be the same baby face.
Probably, dude. He looks just like his dad. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Tribby?
Yeah, Trib is the man, dude.
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
What? So you're hands-on with the label, like making all the visuals and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was doing the visuals for a long time, and now I have a team who handle it, but I manage them, and I'm still reworking the assets they are sending me. But yeah, I'm like, or everything from like agreements, distribution to videos to there's a lot of faces to a label.
Yeah, I'm sure at this point, but in the beginning, y'all were pretty hands-on.
Oh yeah, but. Yeah, at some point, I mean, and now we hired some people that help us. Big up Olivier Reggie, that is helping us. It's a Belgian friend. He's helping us on the day-to-day stuff with the label. We hired, because Ebo was doing all the cover artwork for the label too, up to some time. I think it's been over a year now that Fred, a French guy that does like the illustration for Transformer comic books.
Oh shit!
Yeah, super sick, talented guy. Now he's been doing the cover artwork for Subcarbon. 90% of Subcarbon is made from him, and then the whole promotional assets that we need to release the EPs and albums is made from a studio, and everyone just manage the whole team that does that. It's a lot of work. Yeah,
I mean, y'all have so many people just working on art and all these characters. Oh my God, this is incredible.
Yes.
Nice.
How does this make y'all feel? I want to know what you guys think when y'all see this. Like, what, because y'all, I mean, I've known him since that into that, but to be on the road with this fella and watch him just turn into a 46-year-old fisherman. You know what I mean?
It did not change at all.
Yeah, no, just the facial hair.
It did just a facial hair, but it did not change at all. It's the same guy for sure. And I remember where that picture was taken from on the left. We were on the Mr. Wobble tour. So yeah, we did so many tours together. Like
yeah, you still have
started from sleeping in a minivan, going from like I don't know, like 50 people to 50. I mean, 5 people shows to 200, 300 room. You know.
So now doing fucking like Coliseums and shit, like Wobble Coliseum and things like that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it didn't happen like that.
You're
So
right.
we had time to realize where we were going. And it helped also stay grounded too, that it doesn't happen just like that, because you see all the time and effort it takes to make progress years after years. Yeah, you see the path. You're like, okay, I mean, it's crazy that we're playing those rooms, but it also kind of makes sense after every steps we took.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you guys, because this is a good segue into this. How do y'all deal with pressure, and if you even do, or how do you manage it at all? Because, I mean, y'all have a lot of pressure, because once you're at a certain place, say like just tier-wise, right, where you guys are doing these massive shows, a Wobble Coliseum, Wobble Rocks, and doing Mission Ballroom after that, the pressure of like, oh, we're going into these massive rooms where we have to sell X amount of tickets. We have to make sure our show is better than it was last time, or how it's we got to make sure it's evolving and getting better. How do y'all deal with pressure from that? Like, because I know it weighs on everybody.
Yeah, of course. It's like again, it's a learning curve. After doing it for such a long time, you learn how to handle the pressure better. I think at this point, it's much better than the first, let's say, 2 editions of Wobble Rocks and Hampton Coliseum and Wobbleween at the Armory. The first couple editions were really stressful. And it's funny because we decided to stop touring and doing those big curated events to kind of unload some pressure, because the tour was just being away a lot. And then we realized, damn, I mean, making those curated events 3 or 4 a year, it's actually more work than going on tour. So, but still though, we learned to manage the pressure. I mean, I don't have a magic recipe for handling the pressure. It's just, I don't know. I just take it and just put it right here and
shove it deep down, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
you shove it deep down.
It's not that I don't know. It doesn't have too bad of an effect on me, the pressure. More than anything, I mean, I'm losing sleep for sure, but more than anything, when I'm in the studio, I'm fucking crushing and just working hard and hard. And I think that's the only way you can really release pressure, just by working.
Turning the stress into
That's
work.
a man talking if I've ever heard it, dude. That's a man right there. I'm stressed. I need to work more.
I mean, it's like, think about it. Why are you stressed? Because you think you won't make it or whatever. So just every time you accomplish something that it's a check mark, okay, with that release a little bit of the stress. So just keep working, make new music, make new shit. And it's like, okay, that's going to be great. That's going to help that. Okay, releasing some pressure. But then you got to find some time to sleep and, chill for a little bit. And I'm trying to have 1 day off a week.
That's a good.
Yeah, you also been working on having a good, healthy lifestyle.
That changed, yeah. It's been a year now.
What changed in a year?
I hired a professional trainer.
Hell yes.
And I changed my diet, and I felt much better.
What they got you doing? Just lifting a bunch of weights, doing some cardio, you out there playing some basketball, you out there fucking
Everything.
chasing a bus? Like what?
Everything.
Yeah.
No, it's 3 times a week. We do like a bunch of cardio training, weightlifting, and the diets, the aspect of it, because he also manage what I eat. Not manage what I eat, but I send him, like, if I go to a restaurant, I would send him a picture of the menu, would say, yeah, take that, that's good. And
I'm sure
I
moving
don't
to the
have to think.
States, you'll gain that weight, baby.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what Belgian food's like, but I just know where I grew up. Real whole lot of fried everything, dude.
We did not, like, again, we did not switch really to an American diet.
Yeah.
We still cook at home, and so it's like, no, we pretty much, I mean, there's some new recipe that came in that are definitely more American, but we didn't switch like completely our diet and gain a lot of weight. No, not really.
Dude, you go down in the South, they'll fucking deep fry your grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
I never been a fan of it, really.
Oh,
like,
man.
It's even like barbecue. It's like, okay, yeah, it smells good. Okay, I'm gonna have a bite. It's delicious, all that, but it's not gonna enter my diet like homemade pizza is. Like, like Napolitan pizza or like just good meat. If there's one thing, yeah, the meat in the U.S. is delicious.
Yeah, man.
So much better. It's so hard to find a really good steak in a grocery store in Belgium. Like, you would see that, you would laugh your ass off. Like, at what they call a steak in a grocery store in Belgium, and you would compare that to a ribeye steak you would find at Whole Foods or Costco or whatever, you'd be laughing your ass off.
Damn, dude, I can't imagine.
In Belgium, they believe a good steak needs to be a piece of solid red meat. No marbling, nothing.
You need some fat in there, boy.
I know. I learned that here. Yeah.
Learned that.
Yeah.
Love that. What about you, brother? How do you deal with the stress of it all?
I don't deal with it. I mean, I just like
just liquid poop.
Just to go back with that, that just going out and like trying to breathe a little bit air, and that's how I did it. Like drink some tea, so eat a salad. It's like it's been better recently than it was at the beginning. Stress was really killing me for a long time. I had like physical consequences with stress, and I got over it, and like now I'm a lot more chill about it.
But it's also that every time we run into an issue in the project that generates a lot of stress, we try to fix it and try to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's how also you manage the stress differently.
We're not doing things, like you said, we're not doing things for the first time anymore. We have a baggage now.
So you're not doing things for the first time. I mean, you guys have been doing Ganja. You said 2008. You said 9. Y'all said 8 was the first release.
Yeah. Ganja exists much before that.
Oh, got you. So we'll say 20 years. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there ever a point in those 20 years where you're like, fuck, maybe this isn't it? Oh. Maybe things aren't going the way. Maybe the career's over. We had fun. It was fun while it lasted. Was there ever a point in time where y'all felt that way? And how did y'all get out of that? What was the thing to kind of push you forward?
Are you saying after we got more successful, or at any point during the 20 years?
Maybe like you catch some success and it falls off, or maybe even before the success, there's no wrong answer here.
Right before, in 2015, 2016, we dropped that album called Hybrid Distillery. It was right on the years where, I don't know if you remember, everybody was saying dubstep is dead, and it's not going to come back. Not everyone was saying that, but one guy in particular.
Before, I think.
Yeah, and we dropped that album, which only had 4 dubstep tune in there, and the rest was like down-tempo stuff, like hip-hop vibey stuff. And I remember we were not making money from Ganja at that point. We came once in the US or twice, but it was like we're not making money at all. Was just paying for the flight.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at that point, the money to pay the rent came from social aids in the government, like unemployment aids. So it was like I was having, I think, 600 or 700 euros a month.
And Kyle, can you pull up what a euro is? I know what it is, but compared to a US dollar, my brother, my bad. I know what a euro is.
Back then, it was probably $800, something like that.
Okay,
750, 800. And that was it. Like at some point after so many years of unemployment, the government's like, well, I'd like to trust you on your career music thing, but it definitely doesn't work. So we're going to have to ask you to find another job. And you have to give them like proofs that you're working or giving letters, trying to get a job and getting employed. And back then we survived by saying, well, look, we're dropping music, releasing. We got some momentum here, there, some plays. You got to believe us. It's going to work. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to believe you, give you 6 more months to prove us that it's going to work. And at that point, we were really on the edge. They were saying, okay, now you guys have to open to other possibilities. And we were like, okay, well, we might going to try to make some mastering studio thing. Whatever in the audio world, just to stay connected to the music industry a little bit. And after that album, I started to write Mr. Wobble album, which was a 100% dubstep album. And I remember when producing that album, I started filming video with a GoPro in the studio and like doing like funny movement, hand, whatever.
Oh, you learned a thing or two from Brock, huh?
That was before.
Okay.
That was before. I wasn't filming myself like he would.
Yeah.
But I would like put the camera on the stand and like speed up the speed of the video and like trying to make it look like interesting, but not facing the camera. It would be like a different approach. But those videos started to really take off. And then we started making like memes video with the music of Mr. Wobble album on it, and people really enjoyed that, and it created some momentum. And then we dropped Mr. Wobble and then released the Wobble Master music video, the first one, and it just took off from there. And yeah, it's right at the moment where we're like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
That happened. So
everything changed.
Everything changed. My wife got pregnant in the same time. She got big. The band got big. it all happened together. And yeah.
To answer your question earlier, right now, currently the $1 is 1.14 euro, so 1.414, and then back in the day was $1 was 147. Also, I pulled up some steaks from Belgium and steaks from America. If you want to see that,
Yes, please.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, look how fucking thin. Obviously, America's on the fucking left.
And that's a great steak for Belgium on the right.
yeah, that's what they're saying. That's top shelf, and then this other one's from Walmart.
Oh, bro, I'll fucking pull out some steak out of my freezer right now that looks better than the one on the right.
Oh,
I got some deer upstairs that looks better than that bitch.
that you hunt?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
you
man.
know it, baby.
Yeah,
you
man.
know it, baby.
It's and honestly, they would have a hard time selling that one because of the fat on it.
Really?
Wow.
I know it doesn't make sense, but you don't know. You know,
I just don't know, and I just don't get it, dude. Thanks for turning me off Belgium.
yeah. Well, we have other good stuff. Like
Hell
the,
yeah.
the French fries, like the Belgian fries, are the best.
I'm sure they are, man. I love me a good French fry. And I'm not a big fan of the French, but I love their fries, you know. But never mind. What about you, man? Were you like right there with them at that time where it's like, dude, this might not happen? Like, were y'all living together? Or
We were basically roommates at that time, right? Maybe not during Wobble Master. We were.
I had
before.
moved to Brussels.
Yeah.
I think I had moved to Brussels, and you were still living in Mons, but
Yeah.
it's like 45 minutes away. But I don't know if you had the same pressure because he was also on government money every month.
Yeah, I was going to school. That was the
You were still?
difference. I think so.
You were
I
still-
went to school until I was
So they let
Yeah.
you peaceful
yeah.
longer than me. Yeah.
The condition was I would need to be successful at school in order to keep government money to be able to do that. That was the condition for me.
Yeah, which makes sense. And honestly, so Belgium's pretty much a socialist like country. There's a lot of help, and and a lot of people take advantage of that help and just play with the system or combine like a undeclared job with money from the government and live like super well and just abuse the system. I'm not saying I'm saying that's wrong, but but the fact that kind of help, I mean, we would not be able to be here without that.
Yeah.
Sure not.
Yeah.
And at some point at the early stage of when I was like 18, I've been on help from the government since I was 16. I think you were like, yeah.
Since 16?
Yeah.
Damn.
We're broke as fuck, man.
That's wild, though. At 16, I don't know if the government... I don't know about here.
Well, it was not like a great situation. We're pretty broke. Pretty broke at a really young age. And had to move by ourselves really young, too. And yeah, I mean, that money really saved our life and somehow opened that crazy dreaming job door for us.
I always remember the email I sent to the people who were like the service when we started making money, and I just told them, I don't need you anymore. Thank you so
hell
much.
Yeah.
That was such a weird feeling because you know the process to keep getting the money, but at some point we're like, okay, we got our first paycheck. It's great. We don't need help from the government anymore. How do we even fucking tell them and stop it? I had no clue. So I went to the office. I went to the office at the desk. I'm like, I don't need money anymore. And it's like,
It's like a breakup, dude. I don't even need you.
You would look even weird at me, like, because it's like, okay, I'm making decent money now. You can stop the checks. I don't need it. And they were like, okay. I mean, it was a weird feeling. It was a really weird feeling for me after, I mean, come on, like for almost 10 years, had money from the government and you had to, you know, they were on your ass to really make you prove them that you're working to get out of this situation. And at some point when you really do, it's like, it's really weird.
It feels like a great success, but also like jumping out of a plane with like a small parachute or something.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen next, but you're like, I'm doing this.
You got one good check, you're like, I'm out, baby. Don't come back. That's wild, man. That's cool, though. That's cool that Belgium even offers something like that.
They're getting more strict now, and you know, it's been over 10 years that, I mean, 15, 12 years that we stopped that. So I know things evolved since then, and they're probably getting more strict and more because they're losing a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
From people that abuse that.
Yeah, I would. I'd abuse the fuck out of it, dude.
So many people do.
Yeah, y'all did.
For generations. There's towns in Belgium where the dad got help, the grandpa got help, everybody in the family, they know the system and they use it like crazy.
There's people like that in the States too. I got a family member that I'm like, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bitch. That's all I got to say about that. Don't want to give away too much. Man, I got one more question for y'all, and then I want to get into some fan questions. Doing this for 20 years of Ganja White Night, I mean, the scope of electronic dance music, I not only have the perspective of in the States, right? I didn't grow up in Belgium. I've been overseas a couple times, overseas to like Canada, overseas to Mexico. But like, you know, I never been like...
There's no seas between here and Mexico.
Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee. But I've been over the seas. But like, you know, I don't have that perspective of what the dance music scene or cultures have been like in a 20-year span in other countries, in this country. I've just noticed of when I got into it or just became a fan of it, the commercialization, the...
What year was that? When did you start it?
I mean, not started. I became a fan in 2013. And it was RL Grind back-to-back Bauer where I was like, yo, this is so cool.
Was it the big years of trap.
Yep. It really was. It went from them to Flostradamus right after. It was at Buku Festival in New Orleans.
Okay.
And I was there to see a band that my brother told me I like. I was a big band guy. I'm a drummer. I'm like big into bands. And so I just got introduced to them. But just since then, I've just seen the commercialization, the rise of popularity all over the place. And also just the time that I've been in it, I've also seen just vibes. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but just vibes and overall like type of people or I don't want to say type of people because you get people from all different walks of life, but just like the vibes from crowds change over time. What has been y'all's perspective and opinion on it all, and which time period is your favorite?
Oh, that's a tough
Very
question,
hard
but
question.
it's I think every successful style of music start from like a little bubble. If we talk about dubstep, because that's obviously what we know the best, started from such a small bubble in the UK, transferred in Belgium, and started to spread in Europe. But it was so underground, so little club, raw energy, just loud sound system, no production. It was just sound and nothing else, and it was great. It was that period was insane. Every week you would hear the new release from the big guys back then. Rusko, Bangas, Cream, whatever. All these guys, the OGs, and he would go crazy. Like they would just really build the foundation for that culture in Belgium. It was a great time. But in the same time, you cannot fight the evolution of music. It has to evolve. And if it becomes bigger, it's just that foundation, that big foundation is there to stay. It became huge and successful from nowhere. So it became successful, started to build up. Some artists became really big, started to build like big production, big stage, big shows, which was impossible back then just because of the amount of ticket you would sell. You wouldn't like even think about building a production for that kind of music. It was just not reachable. And people like Excision, for example, that saw who could bring that style up to. Look at Lost Land. But I saw Excision back in Belgium in a 300 cap room where they were advertising just the amount of watts they had there. It was like no lights, nothing. Yeah, it was just loud as fuck, and that's it.
And you probably had the best time, dude.
It was insane. It was insane. But like you cannot hold that. But you gotta people that say like the crowd changed to some extent, yes. Because it's just much wider crowd. There's still the foundation of dubstep, at least for that style, is still there, and you can still find some great underground music that attract those specific same crowd that you used to love back in 2008, 2009. I think like just go to freaking Infrasound,
Oh, dude, legend of a festival. We just talked about this with Subdocta, man.
Yeah, go to Infrasound, go to Lost Land. You might find some people that go to Lost Land that also go to Infrasound, and they're chill as fuck too. They like artists that play both. It's a different vibe for sure, But I mean, that's why dubstep died in Belgium. As soon as Skrillex arrived and it became this monster that wins Grammys and shit, people in Belgium and Europe will say, "Oh, this is not underground music anymore. I'm out of here.
Damn, so
I don't want to
Skrillex killed
listen." In Europe, fuck yeah.
It went in ads and stuff. On TV, there was dubstep.
Yeah, and people were saying, "Oh, dubstep is so sold out right now. So it's such a commercial style of music." And the puristic mindset in Belgium, that's one of the things I don't like at all. It's like a style of music is not like commercial or not. It's one style of music. Like people use it in commercial and make it like big. Does that mean that you gotta forbid yourself from liking that music now that it's on fucking TV commercial? No, I mean you love the music for other reason than what they use it for, right? For the culture and all that. Well, still dig for it. It's just much more people now are making dubstep that it's harder to find the niche you really like.
Yeah.
But it exists. It's there. Trust me, big time. You just gotta look for it. And same with festival and the crowd and the culture. It's still, I think, very much live. I think so.
Yeah. What about you, Erwin?
I agree.
Nice. Cool, dude. What's it been like? I mean, I said I was going to ask one more, but I'm asking one more because it kind of relates to this one. But going to a time where we are now, where it's like very like, so.
And if you don't approve of what I say, please go for it. Tell me your opinion.
No,
I'm totally open to hear like difference of opinion on that. I think it's a really interesting conversation.
Oh, that's the beautiful thing about America, dude. Everybody can have their own opinions.
Right?
Yeah. I can't tell your opinion's wrong, dude. You lived it. I haven't. You know what I mean? I didn't live it like you. But I want to know, like, what's it been like going from, you know, the times where, hey, it's just, we got this many watts, to now we're in a social media time. To where it's like, oh, we're playing a new song, all the phones are out. Instead of like, I'm sure there might be a party that misses just like the dark room where there's like, no one had a cell phone. Everyone's just fucking partying.
Well, we do it sometime. We do after party with no phones allowed.
I've seen that, and I think it's fucking awesome.
It's great.
dope.
Oh, and I do stand-up crowds
We
in
do
front of dance
no
music.
production, no lights, no phone.
I love that.
And usually we do a drum and bass set.
Hell yeah.
Because
Or
it's
like
late.
throwback dubstep.
or
we did
throwback,
too.
yeah.
Whenever I do stand-up in front of like dance music crowds, I'm like, hey guys.
No lights, no phone.
No phones. Fuck.
But some lights.
We can have lights. You can have shit. If you guys want to throw lasers in there, have at it. You know, there's no point. But fuck it, just don't pull out your phone, please. You know,
Yeah, social media. Oh my gosh, yeah. We never really jumped on the TikTok train yet.
well, y'all got in at the right time.
And it's also that we're pretty much ghost banned on TikTok because of Ganja.
Oh wow!
So,
hey, dude, I've been banned too, baby, twice. I've been banned too, dude. We homies now, son. We the damn.
Well, and yeah, I mean, social media thing. What I don't like is social media shaping the way people make music, or trends on social media becoming like influencing or being the major motivation for a track. That I don't like.
I agree, man. I agree. I see.
It's like people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna make that kind of track because it's gonna go viral because this is trending right now." It's like whole
The structure of
the
the
motivation
song, too.
behind making music should be more personal than motivated by a trend or knowing that it's gonna work on social. I mean, I believe
It's like how YouTube changed the way we produce videos too. It's like you have to be
it's so
the first
formative
3
right
seconds
now.
need to be catchy, and there's like all those rules you have to follow.
yeah, it's weird, man.
Same thing with TikTok and
It's really weird. But
We used to make the whole first album of Ganja White Night is like 1 minute 49 seconds intros.
now
Think
it's
about-
like, dude, give me to the build. Start with the build.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, pretty much. Like now it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long track. And we were more, I mean, it was too long. It was
some songs now have that length.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the full
But-
song.
Just of the old intros.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's like I love what I love the most about making music is telling stories, and to build the stories, you need to create some like environment, like atmosphere, and like have yeah, it takes time to tell a story.
We went
It's hard.
far too. Our longest song is like 8 minutes, I think.
Hey, dude, the biggest
More than maybe 9.
9 something.
Yeah.
the biggest band in the world right now. Their fucking songs are like 8 minutes long. Shout out Sleep Token, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
They have fucking long ass songs. I'll say biggest band in the world. They are to me. But they announced a whole world tour at arenas and it sold out in seconds. I couldn't even get tickets. I was pissed.
Oh shit.
But like 8-minute songs. They're
Who's
not on
that?
the
Who's
radio.
that?
Sleep Token.
Sleep Token.
It's like metal, jazz, R&B, gospel all in one. It's beautiful.
Nice. I gotta look.
It's like all the things I like.
Okay.
And it's like a lot of electronic. They come from like the drum and bass world too. So it's
Really?
Mm-hmm. And their drummer, best drummer in the world.
Sick.
He's amazing. But I do appreciate you saying all that stuff about like, you know, the social media. Like it's hard seeing artists get, I won't even say inspired, but like more pressured to do a certain thing. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of artists that listen to this episode that are going to hear that and feel a lot of clarity. So you saying something like that's very important.
But in the same time, I don't blame artists to, I mean, it's like you are going nowhere without Instagram these days, Instagram or TikTok or social media in general. So I really understand that some people, like artists, newer artists that doesn't have like a big fan base yet, needs to fucking make people like to grab attention and grow, and they have to play that game. And I think it's just sad that it became like you're kind of forced to, or unless you're getting super creative and have an idea out of nowhere and somehow figure out a way to still be yourself and grab attention and just play the game without playing it. But it's freaking tough. And so I'm not judging at all. I just think it's sad that social media put us into this situation. But,
I don't think you sounded judgy at all. I think everything you said was perfect. And I think, like I said, it's going to make a lot of artists feel a lot better about a lot of things. But I agree. You can't do it nowadays without it. You know what I mean? But find a way to make it you. But
we're fucked.
We're fucked, dude. We are. Hey, speaking of someone who's fucked, dude, the fucking Ebo with this AI stuff, you get rid of his ass, boy.
Damn,
I'm kidding, dude. He's incredible.
No way.
But he has to be looking at it like, maybe I could utilize some of this stuff.
Use
like,
it as a tool. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
that's the goal with AI.
And we discussed that. He's not against AI at all. We're just against just generating everything from AI, but using it as a tool, even in music somehow, at some point it might be a cool tool to use. I mean, if we get tricked, I don't know how good it's going to be in the future. Mr. Bill would tell you all about it, and he's probably convinced that in just a couple of years it will make great tunes. With no human intervention of any kind.
I'm going to say in the next year.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say years. I'm going to say 365 days.
That would sucks that we get tricked, and it will come. We'll get tricked at some point thinking a human did that, and it really did not. I think I'm not against producer using AI as a tool, as a source of inspiration, or just... as a tool. Like, you look about how much the technology evolved in the last 10 years just to produce sounds. It's just a different tool. There's reasonable way to use it, and unreasonable. Reasonable is not the word. It's ethical.
There you go. That's a better word for it. I mean, whether it's you, someone's getting tricked at some point. It's inevitable. It's already happened with like artists doing like a whole like sample pack song, like that shit. Like that's already happened.
Sure.
It's a matter of time before someone makes an AI song and says,
I mean, what's your take on AI generating drums and snares? And like, do you give a shit that it's made by an AI? Like that AI would make a sample pack? So
my buddy, this happened today. My buddy sent me a link of this new website. I don't know if it's new. He just found it. And it's literally creating samples or loops for you, and it's AI. So you could be like, I want a crow riser. And it's like a crow that sounds like a riser. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can be like, I want spooky, gothic, reggae, ganja drums. And it'll make you like a little loop. It's like pretty fucking cool. Because in a weird way, we already have that with Splice. You'll club like, hey, I want a triplet hi-hat feel.
But you said one thing really important is like, if you can tell an AI to take inspiration from an artist, then there is a problem, I think. For right now, ethically wise, and I think those AI are not legal. The one that listen to whole Spotify catalog and can go listen to artists and analyze the style and then create something in the style of, that's not legal. It exists, pretty sure. I saw it.
I've used it.
Been using it for 4 years.
I've been using it my entire career. No, I'm kidding. I did have a buddy show me, and I was like, "What?"
But that's the thing, like, right? If you describe, like, let's say you ask the AI, okay, I want a skank in those chords. That's the BPM. I want it to sound like an organ, but a little bit brighter. At the end of the day, the time it would take you to make a skank like you think and like how the AI is going to make it, it's going to be a little bit quicker with AI. It's not going to be the whole soul of your tune.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't give too much shit about that. I don't care. Like a skank, if you tell the AI, okay, I need a lead melody that holds the whole theme of the music I'm producing here, and it came up with the whole melody, and you don't touch it, I feel a little bit abused if I listen to that track. I feel like,
and I love skanks. Sad. I love skanks. So like, if AI can just make that happen for me, hell yeah. No, but I think about it, and I always go back to this because I'm like, you know, you were talking about utilizing it as a tool, like it's there, like utilize it. You know, it can be, but I also think about like what my favorite part about all of this is. Oh, okay, let's go, baby.
Let's finish it.
I think about like, I know I'm drinking faster than y'all. I'm an alcoholic. But I think about like what my favorite part about all this. It's not playing the shows. It's not the social medias. It's not even meeting the fans, which I love the most. My favorite part of all this is the creative adventure of writing a tune.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's, you say it. I mean, that and the translation of playing it live.
Yes.
Right?
That comes second, right? Where it's like, you're pumped. You can't wait to play it, and you get to play it, and you get to see other people pumped, which makes you even more pumped.
Or not.
Yeah, right. You're like, fuck.
They're like, I
fucked
up that one.
Damn it.
I was way too drunk when I did that. I was way too hot, way too pumped. I need to get on the same level of those guys.
But that's always my favorite part, where I just think that AI will never replace.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Shortcuts. Do you think people that use shortcuts to get what they want doesn't appreciate the success as much?
Depends where they came up in life. You know what I mean?
Let's say, I'm not going to say any words, but do you think people that used project files to make tunes that they release, they don't have any pleasure when they play that tune live, even if they pretty much stole the project and the tune?
There might be pleasure playing it live because you have the pleasure of other people that you can feed off of. Mm-hmm. I'd imagine there's probably not as much pleasure starting a new song. Like taking a song that's actually like good and you steal it and you're like, this is mine, and other people enjoy it. Maybe you get away with it. Mm-hmm. You can't do that forever, right? So you got to go and write your own song, and that probably kills the pleasure because then you have expectations that you literally can't live up to because you don't have the technical skill or talent or worth ethic to live up to. That would kill the pleasure.
Yeah, but I mean, I think when those people are going to have, like the people that have that mentality and not the ethic to realize that this is wrong to do that, when they will have AI tools that will write their own music, they're going to use the shit out of this.
Yeah.
You can't believe that.
And we're cooked.
Oh, yeah. But that's, I mean, at some point, I don't know if it's going to resolve anything, if people will even care, but if there's some sort of way for all the listener to know if this was made by a human or made by AI, maybe that will, at least we will know.
You said something, will they care? I don't know if they will, because you look at like pop stars. They don't write their own songs. They don't produce their own songs.
And the definition of pop is pretty much, there's nothing really new in pop. It's like just bringing what already exists from a bunch of different pop songs.
It's an AI algorithm. It's really an AI algorithm.
I mean, I don't want people to think that I think there's nothing new in pop music, really. I'm not a hater of pop music. I love every kind of music. But I think the definition of pop music, popular music, is just easy listening. It just bring back stuff you already kind of heard before with a little twist and something that makes it kind of new. But it's not 100% new.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. just something easy to listen to. But it's also really hard to make something really easy sound really good. That's hard.
That's why there's a whole team working on this. Like very scientifically, this is gonna be working.
AI algorithm, dude.
I always admire people that are able to make hits with so little.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, it's so tough.
It's tough.
Oh yeah.
We want to add every layer we can.
Yeah. Oh, let me add another effects here and another one here and another one here. People that there's like, I mean, I have huge amount of respect for artists that are able to do that. Like that makes, like, one that comes in mind right now is TVBOO.
I was about to use him as an example, dude. I used him as an example I used to teach for a while, production lessons during COVID. Who I used as an example of like, keep it simple and make it sound good.
I was thinking Daft Punk too.
Daft Punk's a great example too.
In their own way, for sure. Like, yeah, it's simple, it's efficient. Simple, I wouldn't say simple, but
Very little amount of tracks.
yeah,
for sure.
it's just like the old Daft Punk. At least it's like simple, evolving music. It's but TVBOO, to come back to TVBOO, this guy is so good, and like, and there's like 5 tracks in this project. I'm not gonna say 5 tracks, probably more than that, but at least like the important one is like, yeah, there's no unneeded effects or no unneeded sound anywhere. It's just pure. The idea is right there. Here you go. This is music. Doesn't have to be complicated. It's just simple or really well thought structure, and no need to add another sound if this sound is perfect.
I do, and I saw him in the studio today with T-Pain.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
he's
so-
with who's there?
John Casey as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
can't wait to hear what comes out of that.
Bro, it was just a bunch of producers on the computers, just like, let's get fucking T-Pain on a song. Oh, yeah. Have y'all thought about? See, I hope y'all aren't pressed for time. Are we doing okay right now?
I didn't heard back, so I think
we're good. Okay, good. Have y'all thought about doing that, like big crossovers with other, like maybe artists outside of dance music, maybe a T-Pain, like around like those like that world?
Reggae. Oh yeah. For us, that's what I want to connect more with. It's the reggae world for sure, big time. And we started doing it a little bit with Stick Figure by doing the remix of Set the World on Fire. Who Set the World on Fire? And I want to connect more with the reggae world, because at the end of the day, that's always been like one of the main influences of Ganja White Night since the early years. We started listening to drum and bass and reggae together. That's like dubstep arrived.
Reggae jungle.
Okay, yeah, pretty much. And now that we have a little bit more weight to be able to connect with bigger reggae artists that we admire, that would be amazing. That's what and we got some stuff in the work.
I love that. All right, reggae is a given. I'm going to ask each one of you this question. What's a genre that you'd be like open to, or like that'd be kind of cool to do? Outside of a reggae artist. So like maybe it's like a country music singer. Maybe it's like a classic rocker. Maybe it's like, fucking, who knows? Maybe it's ICP. You know what I mean? Like, who would you try to go after that's outside of reggae?
Outside of electronic music too?
No. It's coming into an electronic song. To work with somebody, to collaborate with somebody for a Ganja White Night tune.
Well,
I'm gonna start with Brian Burrito, dude.
Yeah, go for it.
Shakira.
Let's go! Oh, baby, when
Shakira?
That's Brian.
Oh, Brian, yeah.
Oh, Brian's got Shakira. Let's go. What about her one, dude?
I don't know. Outside of reggae, it's pretty tough.
Come on.
First artist that comes to mind, dude. There's not a wrong answer here.
Oh, there's plenty of wrong answers.
Yeah, there's too many wrong answers.
sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Here's
the wrong one.
I was just naming out wrong answers.
Oh my god.
Damn it! I sabotaged a perfectly good podcast. Keep going.
I've been thinking about like Token the rapper, but I don't know.
Oh really?
Could work. Yeah.
Who?
Token the rapper.
Token the rapper. I don't know who that is, but I'll check him out after this podcast. You have my word.
So white guy that rap like Eminem.
It's like super fast.
Hell yeah, that's fun. What about you, brother?
Well, I'd say it's funny because Zed did that, but it's not like as electronic as I wished it could have been, at least between the mix of the two. But I always been a big fan of Muse. In terms of like a singer, you said, right?
Yeah.
Or a composer.
Yeah, anybody. There's no wrong answer.
Fucking Hans Zimmer.
Boom. God, dude, you'd have a 6-minute long intro.
It'd be, but I think about like, I mean, he's always been a huge inspiration, always. Just I think the way I write melodies and chord progression and I build music, it clicks a lot with the way he does it. He influenced me a lot. So, and I mean, that would be so freaking dope.
Yeah.
That would be the dream for sure.
That would be tight.
And we got the same personal trainer.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you're in LA, dude. Be like, dude, link us.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, we talk about him sometime in the training. It's funny. Yeah. It's I know he loves dark chocolate, and I'm from Belgium.
The way you kind of like did your eyebrows. Are you talking about like the candy or?
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay, got you. I didn't know. But
Dark chocolate candy. Yeah,
Gotcha.
just call it chocolate.
oh hell yeah. Well, fellas, this has been a lot of fucking fun. We got some fan questions I'd like to get to. I know I've literally felt my phone vibrate so much while I've been sitting here. So many people have called in that they just aren't getting the chance. I didn't want to post that I was having you guys on until I got the confirmation because you were like, we might have the time. Not telling you 100%, we might have it. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But like as soon as you gave me a time, I tweeted, hey, fucking call in. So we have 1,000 other calls, but only 4 that I kept. But before we get into the fan questions, Kyle, do you have anything you wanted to ask Ganja White Knight?
Yes. If you woke up tomorrow with the ability to instantly master any new skill, which skill would you choose? And what's the first thing you're doing with your new ability?
That's great fucking question, Kyle.
Thank you.
I think, and I think I definitely know what to say. You want to answer first?
I would say like if I could teleport, it would be cool.
He's talking about skill.
Is that a skill?
That's a
Superpower,
superpower,
man.
yeah, dude.
It's
A skill that you can learn.
Can I take some
Yeah,
of this?
go for it.
Cool.
Sorry. I still had some of it. Go for it.
I'm still trying to get Brian on the
skill,
tequila.
a skill, not a
skill, dude.
superpower. Come on. I mean, so I answer a skill. I would love. I'm a manual guy. I love to build shit, and I would love to build houses.
Nice.
I'd love to create like plans and like I love architecture and drawing plans, house, and I would love to build houses. That would be a great thing. I would do with a new skill. Totally different than music.
Yeah,
You know?
I love that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take being a chef.
Ooh, fuck
I
yeah.
would love that.
I love
It's like
that.
if I could be a chef tomorrow, I would love it.
Fuck yeah.
So
That's relaxing.
That's good. And
Like
you get
it.
to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you know? Me,
You
I
do
got,
that too when you build houses. You live in there.
no, or you sell it, you know?
True. I never thought about that. Here we go, business.
We got to think about money, dude. See, me, I'm a drummer, so like I instantly want to go to like being like the best drummer possible. But that kind of takes away from like the fun of
a
learning.
different thing. You already know how to play
I know
drums.
I'm a good drummer, but like it takes away the fun of learning new shit. I'm gonna go writing code, like really good writing code, and I'm gonna create an app more addictive than TikTok, and I'm gonna fuck the entire next generation up even more.
coding is dangerous now with AI. It's getting pretty good at coding.
Well, I'm gonna be better than AI in this scenario, and I'm gonna write code that's gonna end up creating a better AI that's just gonna make all of our children's stupid. And I'm just doing it for the lulz. I'm doing it for the laughs. I think it's funny.
Guy's fucking dangerous.
I know. I'm either
Stop
going.
him.
You have weird dreams.
You want to talk about my dark side? I'm trying to fuck the world. Well, yeah.
Supervillain origin story.
I think I would be a supervillain. But here we go. Let's
Get
get
out of here.
let's get to some fan questions, man. That was a great question, Kyle. I like that one.
Thank you.
And you
All right.
guys were very wholesome and genuine. Mine's evil.
All right, here we go.
I thought it was a honest podcast. We know you're not bad.
I ain't, but I would be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you are, I am.
Yo, what's up, Brother Boo and Ganja Boys? This is Wade from LA.
What up, Wade?
My question for y'all is, what movie or TV character do you guys identify with most? Fuck you, Mitch. We all know you're Joe Dirt. You don't really have to answer that, but I mean, you can change it if you want.
Fuck you, dude.
Also, come to LA. We love you. We won't steal your CDJs.
Thank you. Apparently, because I just did a bus tour, and on my tour we had 53 shows, and on the 50th show we had one show in California, and they stole my CDJs.
Oh shit! Where was it?
Sacramento. Fuck y'all, dude. They sent it back, dude, because we caught them on camera and we pressed charges, but they sent it back.
Oh shit!
But still, fuck them.
Sorry to hear that.
But I'll go to LA, dude. I love that. A movie character or show character that you, relate with the
Relate
most?
to.
Yeah, relate to.
Oh my god, that's tough.
I would say Brian from The Life of Brian.
Brian Burrito.
Can you pull up live for Brian? I don't know that one. What's that on?
He's confused. He's been he's been born the same day as Jesus.
Oh, hell yeah.
And people think he's Jesus, but he's not.
Does he play into
He's
it?
just a normal dude.
Does he play into it, though?
No, he's not.
He should have.
Yeah.
You guys are evil.
Whoops. Let's see.
Fuck it, dude. Fake it till you make it.
That's Brian.
That's Brian.
The original.
The OG Brian.
I see something.
My agent's name is Brian. I'm gonna put this as his contact photo in my phone. What about you, Ben? What character you go with?
Oh my god. I have no freaking clue. And honestly, I wish I could like bring a character right now, because it sucks, but I don't have much time to watch TV for years now. Since I had the kids and since I was working as much, the only TV shows I've been watching is, and I already watched, is like I'm watching in loop pretty much, is Breaking Bad.
You're Walter White.
I would say I'm Jesse. I would say I'm Jesse. I kind of like that because I started really wild, and became kind of professional in my own field.
Yeah.
But deep inside, I still have that wild part. Yeah, I like Jesse's character.
What I like about Jesse is he's a piece of shit, but he has morals and feelings.
He's not a piece of shit. He's just
he's a piece of shit.
Oh.
Think about all the terrible things he did. He's not a saint. He ain't a saint.
He's not a saint, but you got to understand the background and where he comes from. I'm not saying that you got to forbid everything he did, but knowing that he's such a well thought and well built character.
He's pure.
Yeah.
He's just a pure soul.
He's doing what he can with what he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Jesse.
Yeah, I do too. He's definitely one of the best characters ever made, I think. Now, this asshole who just called, this fucking piece of shit said I'd say Joe Dirt.
Who's that?
Thank you.
I'm gonna show
No,
you.
but
You'll get
dude,
it.
you guys haven't seen Joe Dirt? You gotta watch Joe Dirt, dude.
No,
God damn, that's a good movie. Y'all ever watch the show Eastbound and Down?
We're so backed up on all the classic
Come
American
on,
movie,
brother.
and our managers, David and Alex, big up to them. They've been trying to work on making making us watch all the classics, and
Joe Dirt.
I've seen his face. Never saw the movie though. I never saw it.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of
when we were
movies.
flying together on Delta, I was like, okay, let's make up let's watch a classic that you never seen.
Oh, that's
And-
cool that your manager does that.
Okay.
No, dude,
what's up with this guy?
Home
I
Way Make It. You see him as naked?
No,
That's
but I
that's
see
Joe
what he
Dirt.
said. It was you, though. I kind of see it. Not gonna lie.
Now,
I don't know the
I
history of
thought
the
it was-
character. Just physically, there's something. I'm just saying that.
Now pull up a picture of Kenny Powers. If I had to relate to a character in real life, it's Kenny fucking Powers from Eastbound and Down. Y'all ever watch that show? It's on HBO. It's Danny McBride.
Okay.
Character. I sampled it way too many times. I hope I don't get sued. But it's Eastbound and Down. Danny McBride. The character is Kenny Powers. He is a professional baseball player.
I see something too.
That's my guy. That's my
The haircut inspiration. A
oh,
little bit.
dude, I like to butt fuck fine ladies.
Kenny
That's that
Powers.
guy. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen pictures of him,
Yeah, that's the fella.
but I have no clue.
No.
Nope.
Well, if you guys want to watch a comedy that's going to make you actually fucking laugh really hard,
You think we'll get it
yes.
because of the cultural difference?
It's the only thing that's not culturally with y'all is baseball. Everything else is fucking hilarious.
Okay,
It's funny.
I'll watch it.
It's called Eastbound and Down. It's one of the best comedy
You have
shows.
to send me a text because
I will. It's
I already
literally
forgot.
one of the best comedy shows ever made. I'm putting it in top 3 of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a great question. Let's get to another one.
All right. I did pull up the trailers for both Joe Dirt and The Life of Brian, just so we could get a reference if you want to play those.
I don't know if we
Yeah,
have
just move
time
on?
for it. Yeah, let's
Okay,
just move on.
Yeah.
I've already been abusing this time.
Hi, Taboo and Ganja White Knight. I was just wanting to ask you guys what your current favorite song is that you guys have written yourselves. I know a lot of artists either don't really have an answer for this question, but I feel like artists kind of go through phases. So just wondering what your favorite song of your own right now is. And thank you. Love you guys.
Oh shit.
That's a great question, though, because I hate myself and my music.
Really? Completely? The fuck? I totally hate myself and my music. Oh my gosh.
Your reaction was beautiful.
I hope it's not true.
No, it's not, dude. I think I'm dope, and my music's fucking tight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I think in the recent one, Ozma is one of my favorites.
What's it called?
Aurelium.
Ozma or Aurelium.
Aurelium on the new album is one of my favorite for sure. I don't know. I think for the melody, the harmony of it, and technically, it's one of the best one I ever made. But I think there's a favorite for, and it's funny because it's really not the biggest tune of the album at all. It's just my personal preference.
That's usually the case.
It's a producer point of view, and like the harmony is not what stands out the most out of it, but the little hints of harmony and chord progression in it is a little bit more disguised and discreet in there. But I mean, since I did it, obviously for me it stands out. I think it's a really sensitive song. Harmony wise, it have a lot of soul. Even more so than those that are like openly like soulful, like emotive tunes. That one is a little bit more on the whole, like it's more I don't know, but I think I have a favorite for every kind of emotions. I would say if I want to party, I have a favorite one. If I want to just chill and relax, I have a favorite one.
For different era too, like the old songs, they don't sound as good now. But
which one?
but
Which
they
one?
had like
Would make you say that's one of my favorites?
I remember Mango. It was awesome. Like I was very close to that song for a while, but now it just doesn't sound as well than before.
Yeah, I gotta remaster everything.
Yeah.
No, it's I mean, and that's the cool thing about making the live set like for this weekend in Red Rocks is like I want to play classics that people love from the old albums. We fucking dropped. I don't want to say that wrong, but I think 12 or 13 albums in the last 16 years.
Kyle will tell us.
That's a lot. And that's not counting the side project album that we did. But, I mean, dear God, thanks. We progressed in sound design and it sounds better now. Technology evolved too. But there are people that don't care about how it sounds. At the end of the day, music, the vast majority of people won't monetize or doesn't care that it sounds like super punchy and super perfect mastering. They love music. They love the melody, the ideas, the progression, the leads, what it says. That's what touched people's soul much more than that fucking sound is pristine.
Well, it's true, man.
It all plays a role. I get it, but to the big scope, like the big percentage of the crowd, of the fan base, that's not what mattered the most. And so they want to hear those old songs that we did back in the day live. And when I bring back those stems, holy shit.
You can find them, you know.
But it's a good feeling too, bring back those old stems, like, I'm so much better now.
Yeah.
But that was a great idea. So let's make it a nice, dope VIP and remix it. And more this year than the other years, I remastered a lot of old tunes for this weekend and did a lot of VIPs that I'm really proud of.
Oh yeah.
That I can't wait to drop those shit this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
That's awesome.
You were right. It is 12.
I'm gonna sample that. I mean, I agree with the fans though. Like, I would rather listen to a good idea that's mixed down shittily. I don't even know if that's a word.
There's a
than listen
threshold,
to a
right?
bad idea that's mixed down perfect.
So there's a threshold, right? There's a level where, okay, it sounds good enough.
Yeah.
And there's a level where, oh my gosh, that's incredible sounding. But there's a buffer,
Yeah.
And
I know this lady didn't ask me, but I'm gonna answer it anyway. My two favorite songs of mine right now, obviously Daisy Dukes and Cowboy Boots. I think that just epitomizes
what's the title?
Daisy Dukes and Cowboy Boots.
Daisy Dukes.
I just did a whole bus headline tour.
We need to fucking work on our track names.
I just did a whole bus.
Because that's a
Yeah.
I just did a whole bus headline tour called Daisy Dukes and Cowboy Boots.
Oh yeah.
That song is just silly, fun, and weird. It just epitomizes what TVBOO is in my mind. The other one that you guys had me thinking of is "It Will Be Okay," the song I did with Closey. I wrote that song, and it was when I was going through a really hard time,
Nice.
and it got me through.
That's an old one, or
No, it came out on my last album. So that album came out in September of last year. So
Closey's dope.
yeah, she's great,
Hi,
and
Chloe.
she was perfect for that one. It's just like, I don't write a whole lot of emotional songs. My songs are very goofy. They're usually like songs about like dicks and
You're a
butts.
really like wobbly guy and like funky.
Yeah, I'm
not funky, but like
I'm funky,
yeah,
funky,
you're funky.
silly. I'm more silly than anything. I'm just I try to make bass music fun and funny.
And it translate, I think,
Yeah.
really well.
If you're dancing or laughing at my shows, or if you're doing both, that's all I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to make you dance. That's all I care about.
That's dope.
Because those are the two most fun things in life that I feel, are laughing and dancing. That's when you're having the most fun.
Have you tried meth though? I'm kidding.
All right, cool. If you're kidding, I won't answer.
He was really thinking about his answer.
No, I haven't
I got him to shut up for a minute. That's crazy.
I haven't done meth. I got a lot of family members who do meth, so we could ask them. Yeah.
Nice.
We could ask them. My stepbrother, we've had on the podcast like 4 times. He's an ex-meth head. He's the best time you'll be around. He's fun. But let's get to another question.
It was the thinking for me.
Yo, what's up? My name is Ben. TVBOO. Fuck
What up,
you,
Ben?
you suck. And also, what's up, Ganja? Love you guys. I was just wondering, as a relatively new music producer, like, what did you all struggle with the most for starting out, and how did you overcome it? And then also, where did your love for that reggae sound come from? Was it from childhood or as an adult or what? Anyway, peace, and thanks, guys.
Yeah, Ben, you're a piece of shit, and fuck you, but that was a great question. That was a great question, you asshole.
Is that a theme? Everybody that's calling you, you tell
Yeah.
them, hey, insult me, please. I love it.
That's how it interacts with I'm from the South, so I come from like shit talking world where if
Okay.
like you're being an asshole or
love
talking
that.
shit, that's my love language. So when someone like walks up to like, hey TVBOO, fuck you, and then gives me a hug, I'm like, this is the best day ever.
There's some, I mean, maybe not to that as extreme, but there's some of that in Belgium.
Yeah.
In the way we interact with friends in
Mm-hmm.
Belgium, we talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, like if someone just heard how my dad talked to me, they're like, did your dad love you? You know? But anyway, answer that question.
So, I mean, you're lucky if you're a new producer in this era to have so many tools to help you with. That definitely going to save you a couple of years into learning the basics and everything, compared to just thinking how we started, where no YouTube, no masterclass, no sample pack. So you needed to know someone that knew how to make whatever, how to make, like, even like as the simplest thing as making a web sound. Like, there was no, like, when you start, like right now it sounds fucking simple, LFO or whatever on the filter, and it whoops. But back then, I had no freaking clue.
Until that one Wesco video. And it was like the only...
On albino, yeah. And
Only
everybody
thing
was
there.
trying to zoom on that fucking old screen and trying to reproduce the wubs. And everybody did, kind of. But like right now you have a lot of great tools, sample packs, YouTube video, and there's the inspiration goes in all the places. I think... yeah, I mean, if you're looking for it, you'll find the way to start for sure. As soon as you know what you want to do and what style. But having a little bit of knowledge of just audio in general is really helpful. Not just how to use the software, but just a little bit of physics is always helpful, and they don't teach that a lot in the tutorial videos. Just knowing some of the physics of audio in general is always a good baggage to have. And what was the second part was about the reggae
I
sound?
don't see if Erwin has anything to add to that for the reggae.
But, I mean, we've been listening to that for so long, since my teenage years. It's like, reggae is like even from my family. My father, my mom were listening to it. And it's probably like Ben was in it too at some point. Not family, but all the friendship. It was like,
I was born in Jehovah
great.
Witnesses. So.
Yeah.
You're a Jehovah's Witness?
I was born into it, yeah.
Oh my God! Answer this question, then I have to dive into that.
Here we go. We got 2
Let's
more
go,
hours.
let's go into this.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah,
They're popular in the South. Or?
Continue about the reggaes.
I mean, that's what I was saying.
I was born into it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like my mom was listening to Beastie Boys and that kind of stuff, and my dad was Bob Marley and like some reggae guitar French dudes, and it was like, yeah, I always loved that.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
remind me like good memories, and it's like I never really stopped listening to reggae.
It's just such a universal sound too, right? Like you can be anywhere at any time of the day doing any task, and that can be in the background, and it's going to
puts
be a
you
vibe.
in a good mood.
It changed the mood right away. Yeah, as soon as
It's magic.
I just
Yeah.
put some reggae, I just have instantly a smile on my face.
Like if I'm doing the dishes, I don't want to listen to fucking dubstep. Put on some reggae.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why we connect with Brock a lot. It's like we spend all our days listening to the same reggae music all day. That's pretty much what we do. And I mean, I wasn't born into reggae music and raised by reggae music the same way, but I fell in love with it, and it's always playing in the house.
Amen, brother. Mm-hmm. Jehovah's Witness, brother. Now, the only interactions I've had with these Jehovah's Witnesses, I had these 2 fellers. They came to my house in Jackson, Mississippi, and they seemed like, and I'm a religious dude myself, right? And I respect people in their mission, whether that mission's religious, like personal, business, whatever it is. I respect the hustle and the grind. And these guys seemed really nice, and they had a really great attitude. So I would sit there and talk to them once a week when they came by. I'd talk to them for a while. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed them. But after a while, I got annoyed, to be honest. Mm-hmm. You grew up as a Jehovah's Witness? I didn't even know that was... Where did the motherfuckers come from? Jehovah? Where's Jehovah?
Jehovah's the name of God for them.
Oh, hell yeah. Praise the Lord.
Father of Jesus.
Jehovah was the father of Jesus?
That's the name of God. It
Really?
is the name of God for the Jewish people too, I think.
Right on, brother. Hell yeah. Praise Jehovah, brother. But what was that like growing up Jehovah's Witness?
A really weird life.
Yeah, were you doing a lot of missions? Like, were you going door to door? Like,
Yeah. From the stroller age to 12. I was going door to door, into different territories, and they would send the kids to knock on the door because it's easier to open. When a kid's that is like 8 years old knock on your door, you're like, oh, excuse, hey, let me talk to you about our God, Jehovah, whatever, you know. And I got raised like that. 3 times a week, you go to meetings and reunions, and my dad was pretty high rank there in the town we were. It was, I mean, you don't know what you miss when you got born into it, right?
Yeah.
The Christmas, the birthdays, all the traditional, like.
Damn, you ain't got none of that, huh?
No, not until 16.
And you get
I
a
think I had
birthday.
my first Christmas party, I was 16, I think. And birthdays, no celebration for birthdays until, I don't remember. But
How long were you in it? Are you still in it?
No.
Okay, when'd you get out?
No. So because we were really broke and my father had a lot of responsibility in there, he had to quit at some point. And so it's once you quit there, the Jehovah Witnesses, there's that rule that anybody inside the cult,
is it a cult?
cannot. It's like it's a closed cult. Like it's in French we say a sect, which is and it's called a sect because of that point. That is really important difference between any other kind of regular religion. It's like once you're out, there's rule from the people within it in the inside cannot talk to you anymore. Whoa. So all the friendships, all the people we knew from when I was born, all my friends, all that, from one day, gone. And so it teaches you one thing. It's
oh my God, how old were you?
14, 15.
So all your friends,
14, 13.
were majority of your friends in the church?
All my friends.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You couldn't have friends outside of it.
Oh,
so
I'm
that's
sorry,
the trick
brother.
part. That's how they hold you. It's kind of in there. It's like, well, if you leave, you're pretty much by yourself. And when you're raised in it, I mean, don't be sad. It's all. But like you look
No,
like
but it's still kind of sad,
And,
bro, because it's like growing up and having friends.
It's a big life lesson in a way. It's
True.
Teach a lot of acceptance. Things are how they are, and you gotta move on. It's whatever. I made new friends. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I don't regret the birthday I didn't had then because I didn't know what it was. So in a way, it's like you only regret things when you had them and then you don't have them anymore. When you're born into it, it was a happy life. I'm glad we got out and it opened me to so much more. That's the thing that's kind of sad about the people that are stuck into this. They don't know what they're missing. But,
do you miss it?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
No. And I don't really believe in God anymore at all.
Got you.
I got raised with this fucking stuck into my head.
And I respect that, brother. I believe everybody has the right to their own opinion and beliefs, man. I don't judge nobody on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I talked to those Jehovah's guys. They were really nice, and they were on a mission. Like I said, since I was a child, I've always respected somebody in something that they had like conviction in. You know what I'm saying?
I got nothing against them at all. I think the only thing that sucks about it is the exclusion thing about the people who are not within it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I think is really bad. But if you follow the Jehovah Witnesses rules, don't cheat on your wife, don't steal, don't like be a good person. If you follow all those rules that are part of many different religions, at the end of the day,
Great
you're
rules.
not going to be a fucking bad person.
Great rules, yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't care. It's just like they're missing out on a lot of other things.
Yeah, cocaine. Had to put a joke in there, dude. I should have said crystal to keep the joke going. Do you carry like any of those like maybe lessons or teachings or just like, I don't know, like a sense of community like too?
Not so much that, but I think unconsciously there's one thing that it printed into me is the argumentation. I never fucking quit an argument.
Really, Jehovah's Witnesses argue?
It's like when you go 3 times a week to pretty much meetings where people say like speeches they wrote that are like it's just you're listening to speeches with arguments 3 times a week for the moment you were born to 12 or 14. At the end of the day, it kind of builds something in there. And I think now that when I have an ideas and I want to defend it, it's hard to get me to quit. And it's like, yeah. So when I'm convinced about something, it takes a lot of effort to change my mind.
It's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing.
Ask him.
It's not a bad thing at all, but also there is a lot of like wisdom and respect to someone saying I was wrong and I fucked up, and being open to hearing something else at the same time. So both I do respect where it's like, no, this is what I believe, this is it, and it's like, how can you convince somebody otherwise of something they're like convicted on?
But what I really enjoy though is having that conversation and the more I convince about something and I'm ready to like have a speech and like trying to defend my point of view, the more I'm interested to talk to someone that have a different opinion and is ready to discuss that hardcore too. Because that's when you fucking make shit evolve, and it's like where you have to fight for a conviction and I have to fight for mine, and then somehow we raise up question that I didn't thought about or you didn't thought about, and it's just make shit evolve. And it's like, I love talking with people I don't agree with.
Yeah, it's honestly like if we agreed with everything that everyone said, we wouldn't have dope art.
Oh, for sure. Dope art. I mean, yeah, man.
You know what
I wish, I don't want to get political or anything, but I think that needs to fucking happen in this country. People that don't agree on different point of view need to fucking talk.
Yeah, or fight.
Oh,
like legit,
whatever. Like just get over it.
Like either talk or legit, like not fight on the internet, like legit, like duke it out.
Oh, yeah.
Because every fight I've been in, just about
ended up good. Or
after.
Yeah. It hurt, and then
and then everything is resolved, and we're usually buddies after that. I've been in a good bit of fights, and I like to fight. I do.
Let's just say it straight.
Let me be honest with you, Ben. I fucking love throwing hands.
Spoken like a true American.
Yeah, dude, I do. But like, I don't know, man. It's something special about being like. I like what you're saying, like. You have to be so convicted at the point where you have to talk to somebody who's else like so convinced in this one thing. We never went to the moon. I'm just saying that, but that's neither here or there. No, that's wild though, man. We've done like 200 episodes of this podcast. Never talked to a Jehovah's Witness.
I'm not anymore.
I know.
I was.
I know,
like,
but like I said,
for a third of my life.
Yeah, and I respect them, man, and I mean, what's different about their religion other than like the closed doors, kind of, right? Do they have different practices other than like closed doors? So like I think of like a Catholic church or like a Christian church or like a temple. Like what's so different about it? That's like, because some people think of a Jehovah's Witness and have some sort of negative connotation in their mind about it. And
I mean, and I mean, it's a mix of there's a little bit of the Jewish religion, of the Catholic Bible, and it shares the same core of the story, I would say. And sorry if I said story, I don't, it's real for a lot of people. But there, like the cult thing, the inclusion, and like the fact that they live in that community, close community, is the dangerous thing to me about Jehovah's Witnesses. That's pretty much the only thing that I would say is dangerous. At least, again, I don't know. There might be some difference in the U.S. with the Jehovah's Witnesses in the U.S. In Belgium, at least when I was in it, it was like that. That's the only really negative thing I would say about it. If you're, it's the close community thing. And that's about it. I don't really give a shit about it anymore. I forgot about it.
Right on, brother.
But
But that's just crazy. Like when you mentioned it, I was like, fucking light bulbs going off. I was
It's
like,
such
oh,
a small
shit.
part of my conscious life.
That's still a crazy experience to like, still like, to gone through that. Dude, if you were still a Jehovah's Witness, could you be Ganja White Knight? Could you? No? Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Just the name of it will get me out of it. just the name, period. With the no, it's not.
You spell
happening.
ganja with
It's
a
like,
V.
It's also you're not supposed to become rich. You're not supposed to be powerful. So there's like, there's like limitation. You need to live like a humble life and just being a good parent and don't drink, don't smoke. Don't drink, don't smoke. Like don't be an alcoholic and don't smoke. That's for sure not. It's funny that the drinking thing is tolerated in some extent.
Yeah, if it's wine or something, Smoke meth, hell Satan. Let's get to another question, Kyle. I told Kyle before this podcast, I said, I don't know how much time they have, but I'm going to milk it.
It's we're good.
We're good.
We have one more question.
Just one more.
Yeah.
What's up, TVBOO? What's up, Bambi? What's up, Brian? It's your fucking boy, Joshua Jewel Goblin. I'm calling to wish you both a wonderful time in Denver this weekend doing Mission Ballroom as well as Red Rocks. What a time to be alive. All right, let's get to the real biz.
Oh my God.
I want to know why Ben is always losing at Switch Golf and why I'm always winning. It's almost too easy.
Piece of shit.
I faked it all. I've always been the champ.
Oh my God.
And I just had to set the record straight
I knew some fucking
on a podcast.
I should have.
All right. And Erwan, have a good one.
Now, I would normally not use a question like this, even if it's from a friend of mine. But he said it's going to get a reaction and it's going to make for a good story. And I said, okay, I'll trust you. I trust you, Coos.
Coos? I fucking hate you. You got lucky, what, 2 or 3 times, and that's it. And I was tired. You got me in a weak spot. I was not focused, and you abused of me pretty much.
You abuse of me.
Yeah, to win those three holes games.
What is Switch Golf?
That was the fun part of the Sprouted tour for sure.
It was great.
Not the only fun part, but that was the you don't know a Switch Sport?
What is that?
It's a video game.
Switch?
Nintendo
Oh,
Switch.
like Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
Oh, y'all
There's
are
this
talking
game
about...
called Switch Sports.
Oh, fuck. Y'all are just talking about a video game. I thought you were talking about golf, brother.
Oh no.
I don't look at it no less or nothing, but that just cleared up my mind. I was just like, yo, hell yeah.
No, I don't know how to play golf at all.
No.
Me neither, dude. I grew up poor. We didn't play no golf.
Same here, bro.
Yeah.
See, there was no golf club in the Jehovah Witnesses. Don't say that.
Damn, I figure that's how y'all like have business meetings.
But yeah, no, fucking Kuz. I'm just gonna say something nice about Kuz before I say what's up with the Switch Golf. Kuz is the nicest guy ever.
He's the man.
I love him to death. I love him so much. He's such a great human. Yeah, and I don't say that to a lot of people. He's just so pure. So I love him so much. And like as soon as he enter a room, I have a big smile on my face. And there's not a lot of people in this planet that I know that does that to me, other than Kuz. Let's just say that. Okay. Now you fucking piece of shit saying that you're the best at Switch Golf. That's a lie, man. But yeah, every green rooms on the Sprouted tour would pull out the Switch and play some Switch Golf, and they introduced me to it. Him, Brock, and Yvonne. They were playing it. I don't know for how long, even I don't know, but they got pretty good at it. And I started playing with them, I think in Atlanta. And I became hooked to that shit. It's fucking funny.
You started training at home.
Yeah.
Come back the next week. I'm being better.
Like I bought the game after Atlanta, and I started playing it at home when I had a little bit of time. Even like my kids at this point, they didn't care about seeing me. Like, hey, Dad, you gonna play some Switch golf? Like they wanted to watch me playing golf.
Hell, that's always fun when you can trick your kids or younger siblings to watch you play video games.
Yeah, I mean, they really got into it.
Hell, that's awesome.
And they would like be depressed. Like my older son, would leave the room and go into his bedroom when I fuck up and I don't play well. He got so frustrated.
Disappointed.
How about I here? And he would leave.
He's not mad at you. He's disappointed, which is worse.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I would look at his face and he was like, put the couch over his eyes, and oh my god, put the blanket over his eyes. Yeah. Doesn't want to watch it and just leave the room. Like, what do I think about that? I mean, it's crazy. And so yeah, I'm better now, and Kuz, you know, I don't have to say any words. I beat you whenever you want.
Brian, did you get in on this?
Have a good one, Kuz.
Yeah, and honestly, Erwin's better than you, Kuz. You know that too. Erwin's natural. He's
a quick learner. Oh, yeah. We learned that on this podcast.
Made me want to do more Top Golf now. I want to learn wheel golf. I've been trying to set up a date with Mr. Bill when he comes to LA and go to a Top Golf.
A date.
I
love that.
Does he play golf?
No. Oh, we're both terrible.
Oh, we're on the same.
Yeah.
That's good.
Boys, I want to thank y'all so much for being here, man.
Oh, thank you.
I know we introduced ourselves when y'all walked into my door. We actually met 2018 Mardi Gras, New Orleans at the Joy Theater.
Oh shit! Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it was for 10 to 15 seconds. But I met y'all. You're good. You go. You're the funny guy. That's what you said to me. And
yeah.
So, but I hadn't seen y'all since then.
Okay.
And I'm a massive fan. So many people around the world are massive fans. And I just want to thank y'all so much for being here today, being so open and honest and fun, sharing your wine with me, dude. Y'all went and drink a beer with me, whatever. But like, I just want to thank y'all for being here, man. This has been a lot of fun. And I know it's a busy fucking weekend. Y'all got a lot of big things and a lot of more important shit going on. And I just appreciate y'all taking y'all's time out to come and do this.
Well, thank you for having us, for what you do. You're doing it really well.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Anything y'all want to tell the people before y'all get out of here?
When is this going up?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
I would say come see us at Wobble Rocks, but I hope you guys enjoyed Wobble Rocks. And just be a fucking good person and talk with people you don't agree with. And there's more in life than disagreeing with people. I'm just getting like
You're fine, dude.
Listen, I think it's really important to say that right now, especially these days.
Yeah.
Talk with people that don't agree with you. There's still some common ground where you can still even like be friend, maybe.
Amen.
Yeah. So let's fucking be a peaceful word. I love everybody.
Amen.
Whatever you're doing, if you think it's a good thing, just don't give up. Keep going.
I love that. I love that, dude. Shout out you guys. Shout out Kyle, dude.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out Jehovah. Appreciate you guys. See you next week. Peace.
See you. Shout out Jehovah.
And crystal meth.
Yeah.